All right, and we are live
Yeah.
here. 1 second, please. Goodness gracious. Welcome and good evening to episode 3 of the FluffCast Revival. I'll be your streamer for tonight, Axolotl Andy. Let's get the rest of the gang up in here. 1 second, please.
You see that the clones are checking everyone's codes.
Welcome to the FluffCast. I am joined tonight by
My
Kibbles,
God.
Menthol, Yujin, and Oculus. Hello, gentlemen. Say
Oh
hi.
God, you caught us with our
Good
pants down talking about Star
morning.
Wars.
Cold
Yeah.
open. You gotta tell us when we're
You,
about to
you
fucking
can't.
start, man.
My
You
apologies.
can't tell people this is gonna be a Star Wars stream now.
Yeah. So anyhow, when it comes to Star Wars, what's your personal favorite racial stereotype?
Wookiees are
I
Um,
would probably have to say the idea that all Yodas are good at the Force just inherently. That seems like a pretty savage racial stereotype, if you ask me.
I feel
Japanese. These are Jamaican.
I'm gonna say Watto, because hey, your Jedi tricks do not work on me. Maybe we make a good deal, huh? Maybe a little business proposition.
would Watto
God.
sell fluffy ponies?
Yes, absolutely.
But,
Watto will
speaking,
sell Fluffy Pony shit. He will find a way to make it
speaking
look
of Star Wars and fluffies, I know that Cold Heart did quite a fair amount of Star Wars art with fluffies.
I can imagine. I
So,
still
Okay, let me.
here's
I need
one.
to
Here's
bring
one
it up.
for
Hold
you.
on.
I would say that my favorite. Here's the thing. Okay, everybody knows Twi'leks, right? The twin tail, twin head
Oh,
tail
yeah.
Twi'leks, right?
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
They have a French accent, so you think, oh, they're meant to be a French stereotype. But the thing is, I think they're, if anything, they're more like the Afghanis of Star Wars because they can't
Excuse me?
catch a fucking break.
Yeah,
No
that's a
way.
good point.
Like
Yeah.
their
Yeah,
planet is
yeah.
constantly getting invaded and occupied, and they get shit on and killed and enslaved. It's like, holy fuck, leave these people alone.
That's
Hey, we
a
found out the leader of the Twi'leks is actually selling
Then
like
what
half of
separates
our
them
planet.
from the Tuscans?
I mean, Tuskens just kind of like fuck off and do their own thing, and nobody really bothers them, right?
Yeah, no, Tuskens are like the caravan people of the Star Wars universe. They
Yeah.
unironically have the most interesting backstory in all of Star Wars.
You
know what? Honestly, they do though.
If anything, I'd say that they're more kind of like, more Native American than anything, in the sense that people just keep settling their shit and then, claiming it for their own, and then being like, why are these people attacking us?
Well, no, their whole thing is specifically, dude, we've done this race. We got to the pinnacle of technology at one point. It fucked us in the ass pretty hard. You should
Mhm.
probably not do that. You're definitely not bringing that shit in my yard, but you probably shouldn't do that in general.
Mm.
Like
You
that's
know,
the MO.
you know who would really approve of that message?
Who?
Uncle Ted,
Who's Uncle Ted?
Ted Kaczynski.
I'm. Forgive me. I'm here.
Oh my God. Okay,
Unabomber.
so the
Uh-oh.
Unabomber who had a.
Oh,
Okay, all I'm gonna
Yes,
say.
the
All I'm gonna
Unabomber.
Let's
say.
talk about fluffies.
If you read his manifesto, he makes a lot of good points.
Alright, calm down.
All right, let's talk about fluffies. What's
Let's
been
on
going
the
on?
FBI list. Congratulations.
What's been going on this
FBI, open up.
recently
Alright,
on the
so
fluffy community site? Wow.
we have a new
Yes.
contest, and I think someone here would like to talk a bit about that.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yes,
Plugs.
mutagen.
Fuck that shit.
Last week was the start of the first iteration of Mutagens Munchkins.
Yeah, Mutagens Munchkins.
Yay.
Yeah, Mutagens
Mutagens
Munchkins.
Munchkins,
The
which is
successor to Funkshire's Polls.
Funk's Foals, yeah, the successor to Funk's Foals. Fun contest. Go ahead and enter. It's a neat opportunity to just mess around with a cool topic. We have a cash prize of $15, which will either go into your Steam account or to a animal shelter. So it's a win-win situation.
So real quick,
Uh,
is that 15 Canadian or 15 real?
it's sorry, it's hold on.
15 pesos.
It's 15 Canadian. That's like what, 1738 USD or something?
Isn't real like an actual currency somewhere?
That's
I was
Saudi
gonna make a
Arabian
joke and
real.
say like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's okay. No, it is not in Cambodian real. It is in Canadian dollars.
Okay, that's actually
I said Saudi Arabian, but Cambodian works too. That's fine.
Yeah,
Mm.
close enough, right? Same, probably the same country or something. I don't know.
Probably,
I
yeah.
think Cambodia uses like clamshells or something.
So yeah, we had there's 1 week left in the
Damn.
contest. We got some great entries so far. So go on in, enter. I want to clarify a small point, as a lot of people seem to think that this is the focus on this is like, oh, it's an adoptable. Not really. The goal, much in line with Funkful, is like, here's a Fluffy that does something weird or has a personality that's kind of like not something you normally see. Use it as like a topic starter. The whole adoptable thing is just kind of like, like a side thing. If you win, sure, you get to adopt it, whatever that means. It's a drawing. Anybody could take it from you, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's more the idea of, hey, you get to mess around with a new concept. So go ahead, go nuts with it. There's 1 week left to submit your entry.
Here, let's get her
Here,
up.
And,
here's a set of lines to color within, basically.
Just one question. This submission, is it art only, or can it allow text?
It can be anything. It's art, text, video, interpretive dance, woven carpets.
Yeah.
Fucking do whatever you want.
Thank God. I was gonna do a very intricate interpretive dance number.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just absolutely. Yeah, there she is. There's Rage Quit. She's an epic gamer. Nobody's taken up on her love of energy drinks yet. So if you're looking for something to do with that,
Energy
go ahead.
drinks.
I have not clarified what happens if she indulges in energy drinks, but I'll let you guys go wild with it. And in the future, oh my god, Funk's Fools, Mutagens and Munchkins will feature artists from all across the website. It won't just be me. I want this to be like a community-wide thing. So whenever that happens, it'll be great. Look out for your favorite or least favorite artist. I don't know. I'm not here to make you happy.
No, because
That's
you
my plug.
mentioned. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. I'm done.
No, what I was going to say was that you said something along the lines of energy drinks, and that reminds me of some hole in the can concepts that were used to advertise drinks. I just need to get. Hold on a minute.
Let me just bust out my lore. He's got all fluffy lore in like a
You
bookshelf
find
behind him.
in every can of Monster, you'll find a prize full at the bottom. It probably won't be alive.
You've been drinking full this entire time.
I'm
It has
just-
a certain je ne sais quoi.
I posted two Star Wars fluffy pics by Cole Hart in commentary. So there's so next time you find the energy drinks.
You might want to talk
There you
directly
go.
into microphone, Oculus.
Oh,
How many,
sorry,
ti-
am I
how
too
many
far away from it?
times?
God.
Well, this time I'm facing the bloody laptop.
Thank God.
All right, who else has a plug? I'm done selling my shit.
No, you
I've
should
got a
sell
plug.
some more. Sell,
I've got a plug.
All right, plug us.
I have yet to make. Oh God, I don't know. I'm still debating. But
Yeah.
I propose a new species.
Oh, a new species?
I propose a new species. It's
Okay.
literally it's just a Fluffy with the face of a Furby.
Horrifying. I'll
Fur-
take it.
Furbies are just fluffies.
It's, okay, here's the
Like-
thing. Here's
like-
the thing. Go first.
Okay, but it's got the same dead, unblinking eyes as the Furby.
Does it have the beak?
It does have the
It's
beak.
gotta have the beak.
Yeah,
They're just
dead,
formally-
unblinking eyes and the beak. But besides that, totally just a regular furry. Or
Just a
fluffy,
regular
flurry.
Yeah,
a little Freudian slip there, Kibbles.
Yes.
yeah.
Long
but
flirp,
the thing-
please.
You say that, but to me, it's still be
Yeah.
a fluffy because even if you just change the face, it's still a fluffy. Like we had something cheeky here 2 streams back. It's something cheeky's fluffies are like really, really unique. People call them llamas because of how unique they look. They say they say that something cheeky's fluffies are not fluffy, but he asserts that they're fluffy, and technically they are because they're fluffy and they have hooves, but they look like llamas.
Oh,
And anything can be a
llamas.
Fluffy, but
Oh yeah.
but the
That's
thing
the
is with
that's the
this,
thing. If anything can be a fluffy, then what separates a fluffy from,
Alright.
say, anything?
That'll be a topic for later in the cast, because I
Yes.
got some rants on that topic.
Yeah, we got some shit to say about that one.
I just
Andy,
want
it
those.
Okay, no
seems
problem.
somebody has wandered into the basement.
I
Huh?
want
The
those
basement?
dead,
Oh, right,
unfeeling
right.
eyes.
Alright, you know.
Hi,
Good
welcome.
morning, Virgil.
Hey folks, how you doing?
Good morning, afternoon,
Doing good.
midnight, whatever. you're here, and that's what matters.
Yep.
Virgil, what
Yeah, I
horrible
just had
fate
my
has befallen you?
breakfast. I just had my breakfast, and then I had a Portuguese egg tart for dessert, and now I'm having a chocolate bar.
I want chocolate.
I'm having a conversation with people.
Virgil,
Yo,
Virgil, why are you gay?
Are...
I don't know. I'm
Why
just
are you
relaying
gay?
what seems right to
Why
be
are
gay.
you running?
You know?
Why are you running?
All right, gentlemen. Can we... I feel
Virgil,
as if
you're-
we've lost. Yes.
You're just in time to catch the tail end of the shameless self-sponsoring segment of the FluffCast.
Yep.
Is there anything you want to plug?
Well, I've got this website. We call it Fluff Community. I'm kind of proud of it.
Never heard of it.
Wanna
Sounds
join us?
terrible.
Yeah, that sounds like some trash, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Yeah.
Like
I-
who would
had
run a
called that
website
too.
about retarded horses? Like, why? What's the point?
Sound like a bunch of subhuman mongoloids hang out in there, like in this space. I mean,
Well, pretty much that's
uh,
exactly right. So, I mean, it's started by a subhuman mongoloid. Why would you expect anybody else to join? So,
All right.
It's a very good question.
Yeah.
But here we all are.
Here we
Yep.
go. All right. So, Menthol, I know you have something on the horizon. Let's talk about that.
yeah, finally started working on getting the Menthol's Movie Mountain up and running. So most of that's in place now. I just need to find the time to get everyone organized to where we can have our crew there. But yeah, be on the lookout for the announcement coming sometime next week. We will be doing a stream of the new Space Jam movie because
Nice.
I really
Ugh.
don't care about DCMA complaints.
Dude, I thought you want people to come. Like, why would you do that?
Are you
Eh,
gonna get the...
That sounds
Puts
kind of
asses
kinky you
in the
said
seat.
that.
So
I'm kinda-
I haven't seen it, and I
No,
probably
nor
won't
have I.
see it.
Yeah.
But I think one of the stupidest arguments I've seen so far is people saying like it's just a giant advertisement for Warner Brothers stuff. It's like, did you see the first one?
that's pretty much essentially what it's supposed to be.
Like, what did
It's-
they expect? That they weren't going to use all the properties they own? Fucking why not? That's like somebody saying, "Oh man, I can't believe you work in a bakery and you brought bread to the party." What the fuck did you expect, asshole?
It's a valid point. It's a valid point. Okay, I have one major gripe with the Space Jam movie.
Does it have to do with
I wanted a
Notorious
pair of those
B.I.G.?
fucking. I wanted a pair of those fucking Toon Squad Nike Air Force Ones,
Okay.
and I couldn't get a pair, and I'm very upset with that. Therefore, I hate the movie.
I swear, I thought he was going to say he wanted a pair of boobs just like Little Bunny, but okay.
Yeah, I thought that's where this was headed to be honest.
Oh, you know what? Someone in the chat brings up a really good point. It reminds me of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, an actual real life 2 hour long commercial for Wonka candy. That's real. Do you know who made the Willy Wonka movie? Who put money in that pocket to make that shit happen? Quaker fucking Oats.
Really?
Shut up with this fucking corporatism is bad argument.
Bit of a wild advertisement, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, eat our
What I'm
candy
saying
made
was
in the
that-
factory where we kill children.
Not just that, it was a horrible misfire because they funded this movie to be made, right? They got a guy, they got a crew, they're shooting the movie. They're like, all right, cool. This motherfucker's like 80% done. Let's start making chocolate, boys. They make a bunch. It's all over the country in store shelves. And oh, we forgot one really important ingredient. And now the shit isn't shelf stable and melts at room temperature. The whole push is completely
Oh,
ruined.
no.
Oopsie.
The movie come out with nothing to buy.
How is it that you can? How is it that a confectioner can create chocolate but forget that chocolate melts? Like that really seems like chocolate 101 to me.
But
Yeah.
didn't Hershey make a chocolate bar that doesn't melt?
I mean, plenty of companies do.
I think Hershey made like a military ration chocolate bar for Vietnam.
Yeah,
No,
you're
I thought
you're
it
talking
was-
about the ones that goes into MREs. There's a specific type of Hershey bar that goes into those.
Yeah,
that's,
it's
like,
something like
doesn't
that,
melt
but it
in the
was
desert.
specifically meant as like, an emergency ration bar. And
Yep.
of course the question is, how do you keep people from eating an emergency ration if it's a fucking bar of chocolate? The answer is you make it as nasty as fucking possible.
Yeah,
Because then
chocolate's
nobody's
nasty.
eating that unless they have to.
Wouldn't be hard. All they got to do is add more butyric acid in there, which for some unfucking godly reason they put into American chocolate. I
Mm.
don't get it.
That's just a thing. That's why I get my chocolate from the Aldi.
From
Hey
the-
guys, you know what I
Oh,
really like the taste of? Chocolate and vomit.
Yeah.
See if we can get on that.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, man's got a point.
You can't argue that logic.
Can you
It's
kind of make
miserable.
it taste like, oh, I don't know, Parmesan cheese?
All
That'd be
right,
great.
all right,
But
okay.
yeah, no, the new movie's good and everything. Not to get too distracted. New Space Jam movie's good. Come by and see it sometime. Like I said, I'll be putting an announcement up in the channel whenever I get around to gathering the crew up for a time.
Sounds like an adventure. Come watch terrible movies with us.
Oh yeah, we MST3K it.
Hey, if I can make fun of the movie, I'll do it.
That's it. We
That's it.
MST3K it. Talk over it just like this right
Yeah.
here. Only thing is, I am nice. I put on subtitles, so if you don't give a shit about us, you can
If we're
turn
going
us
to do
off and watch
that,
the movie.
It's like
Actually,
riff
we don't-
tracks, but bad.
It's
Yeah, but
it's
if we're
like
gonna do-
riff tracks, but for the movie Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, if we're going to do these kind of riff tracks, and given that we are a FluffCast, I think we should get someone to do a fluffy voice and provide fluffy
Okay,
riffs.
I'm going to castrate that idea right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely
let's
not.
second
Do you
that.
None of us
understand-
want to hear that.
Do you understand that a fluffy voice is funny for about 2 seconds?
And after that, it's just
That's being
shit.
generous.
It's
Yes, I'm
completely annoying.
different. I kind of like them.
Just built different.
You, my friend, are in the minority.
Yeah, nah,
I'm
that's
in the minority.
there's a reason why every time somebody comes on to the FluffCast for our guest segment and they start the fluffy voice, 9 out of 10 people in the call go, "Ah!"
Yeah,
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it.
I
I kind of like the fluffy voices.
Oculus's dreams are crushed. He's gonna show us off his fluffy singing orchestra he programmed over the week.
he's been working on it really, really hard. We just shit all over it.
Womp womp.
Oh my goodness.
Just silently puts away his music sheet until one day.
His keyboard.
Yes. Then one day I'll get my fluffy orchestra ready.
He's got
One day they'll understand.
He's just got a fluffy pipe organ.
he's got a framed picture. He's got a framed picture of an avocado looking like Karl Marx on his wall. He's slowly, he,
Oh god.
he strokes it.
Skibbles.
He strokes it.
Yes.
He strokes it with a finger. Someday avocado.
No, I know you said Karl Marx, but for whatever reason, I heard Carl Weathers, and I was very confused.
No,
Uh,
it's not Carl Weathers. It's Ryan Stiles.
Who the fuck is
I was,
Ryan
I was, I was gonna
Styles?
say, Kibbles, we need to get somebody to
Oh,
do
never
this.
heard of Who Signs It Anyway?
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
I didn't.
Yeah,
My bad.
Kibbles, we were talking earlier about the fluffy giraffe. We need someone to make a fluffy giraffe pipe organ. It's the only way this is gonna work.
Oh God, yes.
Okay, now where was I?
All right. So now that the what was it?
Oh God.
I even forgot what the process is called. Forgive me. Plugs. The plug
Transmogrification.
section's
Plugging.
over.
the whoring.
Specification.
So has anyone worked on anything exciting this week? I know I didn't.
I'm working on something exciting right now.
What are you working on?
I am making a metric fuck ton of breakfast burritos.
All right.
Oh
I-
yeah, you mentioned that. Fuck, what are you putting in those burritos, Kibbles? Entertain us.
Yeah.
Okay, make this real quick because this is a fluffy chat or a fluffy thing.
Bitch, we were fucking talking about Star Wars for like 15 minutes.
Ground. Okay, so first ingredient, ground alicorn, and just like the global elite do with the adrenochrome, the more afraid they are when they're ground up, the tastier the meat.
It's true.
No,
Everybody knows it.
it's mild pork sausage, a
Mhm.
secret blend of herbs and spices, some bacon, some potatoes ole, refried beans, a bunch of
Mhm.
peppers, cheese, and love.
And you forget that last bit.
The
Yeah.
love is the most important
store-bought love
part.
okay?
You need love.
If
Well,
you
at
can't
least it's love and not
find it
something,
naturally,
you
then
know.
yeah, store bought is fine.
If you can't experience genuine love, then yes, store-bought is fine.
Yeah.
I think I batch made breakfast burritos once, and Fluffy didn't touch them because she hated them. So I basically just ate
What?
them for like a week.
Oh, dude, batch made burritos are. So I made like a few 3 or 4 dozen a couple months ago, and my girlfriend came over and she was like, "Dude, I'm hungry. I was like, I got some breakfast burritos in the
I've
fridge.
got 40 breakfast burritos ready.
Okay,
Just open the fridge. It's
okay.
all breakfast burritos.
This chick is like 110 pounds soaking wet. She killed 5, and
Holy
they're not
shit.
small. They're
That's
not
a keeper.
small.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
So I told her that I was making more brekkie burritos, and she was like, nice.
Did you actually say breaky burritos to her face?
Yeah, no, it's a brekkie burrito. It was a text. So yes, I've absolutely said brekkie burrito.
Did she tell you to cram them in the magic bullet so she can eat them faster?
You laugh, but I have a magic bullet.
Yeah, of course you do, because it's a sensible purchase.
What's
They're really, they're handy.
what's
It's this badass little like single engine blender that it. I swear to God, this thing has to be able to shred a fucking plane if you
Oh
fit
God,
it in
yes.
the cup.
It's the best for margaritas because you can make exactly like 12 ounces of margarita at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Which for a single, well, I live by myself, I'm not single, but for a lone alcoholic is perfect.
No, they're fucking great. It's just a little blender system that has a bunch of interchangeable cups and lids and everything.
Mhm.
You can grate your cheese, microwave the cup, and everything like that.
It's got a
Yeah.
food processor attachment. You can spiral
Yeah.
veggies.
All right.
Juice everything. You
I-
can even put your face in there. It's not a good
Yeah.
idea, but you could.
I hate to
You can fit 2 or 3 fulls in there easy.
I hate to interrupt you guys, but currently I believe someone has enslaved a Jewish person in northern New Jersey, so I'm experiencing one hell of a storm right now. I might lose power. Just a
Oh,
heads
dear.
up, but whatever.
maybe
So if the-
deal.
I don't know.
God,
Get out of here, Watto.
Well,
facing one of those
if
quakes right
are
now.
you saying that it's very possible that Yahweh will smite the FluffCast?
The Yahweh
Thank
might
God,
look
I hope
upon
so.
the FluffCast
You
and
better
say
bring
no.
your A game, asshole.
I pray that he will.
Is Fluffy kosher? Like eating Fluffy, is that?
I mean, it's more how it's prepared, right?
Exactly.
It does
You
not have a
Actually,
cloven
it's not
hoof.
just
how you
actually. It's also a matter of the hooves. Like for instance, it's like asking whether horses can be consumed. Like,
Yes,
let
yes,
me
they
check.
can.
Let me check right now. Let me check
Can you
right now.
consume horse? Yes. It is very easy.
That's a
Should you
bold
can-
The only
statement.
hard
you?
part
Yes.
the only hard part is fitting the whole thing in your mouth.
No. According
I've
to
seen
what I'm
video.
reading
Wait,
here,
never mind.
horses are not kosher. Horses are not kosher, so technically
Yeah,
fluffies are
they've
not
got-
kosher.
Good thing this
They've
isn't a
Shut up
horse.
with your not kosher. We're doing it anyway.
Well, I'm not gonna do it.
I mean, as we all know, fluffies are one part pig, one part hamster, so clearly they're not.
Yeah.
You're right. It is a pig hamster. So, well,
Well,
actually, maybe it's like when you take 3 rights and it turns out you took a left.
Yeah.
Maybe there's like a loophole where fluffies are kosher.
Or
You
like
go
you
so
could,
far into non-kosher that
It
it
really
loops
depends on
around.
the headcanon. It's like sometimes they are pig and hamster, sometimes they can be orangutan and chicken. Different people have different ideas as to what goes into the chimera of these things.
You guys are out here eating orangutans.
Yeah,
Oh.
You ain't?
I'm
You
not
leave my
joking.
chill boys alone.
Guys,
I,
I actually know of a loophole. If you were to eat fluffies while being fucked in the ass, God doesn't see it because you're being fucked in the ass.
All right.
True.
Yeah, he
Okay.
only sees the sodomy.
Exactly.
If you commit 2 sins at once, only the greater one gets noticed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Jesus Christ.
That's a theological hot tip for you right there.
How
Go
hard would
go
it
out
be?
go out and sin to your heart's content.
How hard would it be to convince a fluffy that they are Moses? Like, what
Oh,
kind of
man.
production would you have to put in place?
Okay, all you got to do is sit that fluffy down in front of Charleston Heston's fucking shit, what was that movie? Moses. Charlton Heston,
Fuck.
God, I can't
gay
believe
Pontius Pilate.
FluffCast 3 Blasphemy Edition.
I can't.
Ben-Hur was
I'm
in it.
picturing like a
Ben-Hur.
fluffy, like with a huge beard and like a staff, and he's like he's like pot to wed Wawa, and he slams his stick down. It doesn't work, so he just starts going.
Just goes into a
See,
kiddie pool or some shit and tries to part the sea.
Yeah, and then Fluffy.
I think
fucking
I would definitely love to see the reaction of a Fluffy watching like one of those really shitty Christian cartoons.
Yeah.
God, yes.
Oh,
Well, man.
Bible Man. We gotta go Bible Man, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no.
Or what about that Mormon cartoon that explains where Mormons come from?
They come from
As
Utah,
much
right?
as I love the Mormon cartoons and the crazy like Veggie Tales
Shit was
knockoff shit,
wild.
Bible Man is definitely like more
yeah,
fucking crazy
can't beat
religious
Bible Man.
fundamentalism.
You can't beat Bible Man. It's a fucking Toku series.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's a
Oh
Tokusatsu
god,
series.
yes.
It straight up is. It is like Kamen Rider or Power Rangers, but hey, Jesus.
That sounds like that
Have you never
sounds
seen Bible
wonderful.
Man? I've
Have you
I've,
never
I've
seen
watched like three
No.
episodes just out of morbid curiosity, and it's like watching a train wreck in slow motion.
I
You
feel
can't
like
turn away.
every week you guys introduce me to more and more fantastical things.
Summon the Christazord.
God, I am so sorry.
Oh, but anyway,
sorry.
we were starting this discussion
Oh
with
shit,
what we were
sorry, guys.
doing this week. So one question that was on my mind was I was thinking of looking into what else other people were doing this week. So Mutagen, you did a new page of Post Fluff, right? How's
That I
that?
did.
How did that come along?
I mean, honestly, it was another pretty easy page. Some of these pages tend to get a little more complicated than others, but this one it just had one complicated panel, so
Oh
I
no,
kind
this
of
one
enjoy
looks
that.
very artistically complicated. I mean, with all those colors, it
Yeah.
really blew my mind.
It's really, really colorful. I'm aware.
I didn't read it
I,
yet.
I, I I have a tendency of sometimes like planning out like a panel. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this, have this angle, do this and this, and then I start actually drawing. I'm like, what the fuck did I get myself into? But
I
for this
think,
one, it's
yeah.
it's better when you just have like one thing to sort of sink your time into, or just like one panel, and then the rest is
Mhm.
just darkness, and you just draw the eyes. That's cash money.
One question I wanted to ask, I feel like I'll be adapting this to the interview that I'll be doing much later in the future, hopefully by next week. But how much do you think your approach to post fluff or your, what you plan to do with post fluff has changed since your original hiatus?
I mean, the original story, I think the story itself hasn't changed all that much. I think the only thing that's really different now is my pacing, because before I was just kind of having like, random kind of fun filler pages, which, was good, and I think that's what people liked. But now that I'm back and I actually want to finish the damn thing, I'm actually kind of like moving things along a little faster. So that's probably the only thing that I'd say has changed is the pacing's a little quicker and there's
Mhm.
actual story stuff happening.
Yeah,
Somebody
I'm really
somebody in the
looking.
chat asked what they missed because they're late. The answer will always be nothing.
Yeah, you
Mm.
missed
Every
nothing.
single time.
You
You
will
were,
never
we were
miss
talking about post
anything.
fluff.
If anything, you've gained something
Yeah.
because
By not being
you
here.
haven't had to listen to as much as others.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You gained 30 minutes of your life not listening to this podcast.
I disagree. I think that Post Fluff is a very interesting story.
No,
It's
not
one of the stories I like to recommend people to check out outside of
No,
Fluffies.
I mean in terms of watching the FluffCast itself.
Yeah,
Obviously,
in
post if
terms
you're
of
not
Oh,
missing
that
anything,
one.
go back and read it if you want or don't.
Mutagen's like post
Actually,
fluff. That's a masterpiece. The guy who writes it should have sex
Hell
every
yeah.
single minute.
right? Constantly just
Yeah. He gets pussy all the time.
He gets pussy all the time.
just drowning in it.
Yeah.
Fluffy
I
pussy
think
Gets
the
much
Deeply
pussy like
drowns
some
in
kind of pussy
pussy.
wizard.
He's a sexual tyrannosaurus.
sexual Tyrannosaurus, that's me.
You know,
I definitely yeah, I think that's the only thing that's different is I'm just trying to speed things along so I can actually get the story done. I'm not gonna rush it or anything, but there's gonna be less filler pages just because I want to get to the point. Because
I
there
was
is an ending in mind, there is a goal in mind, and once that's done, I think it'll pretty much be done with it. Though I might go back and actually redraw some of the initial pages potentially, just to get that more in line of how things look now. Because I look at back at the early pages and I was experimenting a lot with how it would look and what the tone should be, and I was just like, ugh.
I
Yeah,
read
that's
the
me.
I read the first page just because it just crossed my mind. All right, post fluff is a thing, and I was about to end my break, so I just read the first page, and I was like, this is fucking hilarious. I should read
Yeah,
this, and then I didn't.
the first page
So
was
I
just
think
designed to get people to be like, what the fuck is this? And then hopefully make them read more.
I thought it was funny. That was funny as shit. I wanted to read more, but then my break ended, so I had to go back to work to driving. You know how it is.
oh, gentlemen, I just remembered there was something else we were supposed to talk about on the cast tonight.
What was it?
Fluffies and D&D, and the reason I bring it up is because Mutagen's
Right.
here.
Right, Fluffies in D&D, right.
So
I remember Mutagen
So
did a
Fluffy's in
particularly great
D&D.
comic. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I don't
Mutagen
get why
did a
people
really
like that
good
comic so much. It's just a fucking stupid shit post.
I like
That's
it
why.
though. It was pretty
yeah,
nice.
shit posts are the best, dude. I
They're
literally
weird.
my entire fucking every fucking fluffy anything I ever drew was a shit post,
Yeah,
and
roll
4
to kill
people
yourself.
liked it.
There's
So
like 100% an inverse correlation between how much you work on a piece and how much people like it.
Yep.
Absolutely. The more
yeah,
work you put
that
into
is
it, the more
very
nobody
true.
gives a damn.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That is very true because I remembered I was writing this. I was like devoting my time to this one chapter that nobody read. That got only like 5 likes, and then I just put up this one weird, crazy idea, and then I get 40 likes out of nowhere, and it's so fucking
Yeah.
weird.
That's how it fucking works.
Hell, Santa's gone on record numerous times bitching to us about it before. Where, man, I don't know why everybody likes my art. I spend 5 minutes on the shit, and I don't even really give it a second pass. It's so fucking lazy. I don't know why the fuck you people think I'm so good of an artist. And like, dude, you really are. You're just not being, your own worst enemy as artists tend.
Let this be the lesson. If you want success, don't try.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just don't
exactly.
give a shit. Just throw it out there and don't
Do
care.
you, do you think Warren Buffett tries? Do you think Bill Gates tried?
Yeah.
They just fucking
Good
winged
try.
it.
Yeah,
They
just
winged it.
Use like a small investment of $1 million from their
Yeah.
parent
Yep.
company.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's
That's
not
all it
rocket
takes.
surgery.
Oh wait.
No, it's not. Actually, so
Literally.
okay, enough. We're still
Yeah.
talking about fluffies. Enough about my shit. I got something I want to talk about because I just read something recently
Okay.
that blew my
Yeah,
mind,
what's
and
up?
it's the funniest shit I've ever read.
All right.
Have you guys heard of hate goats?
Yeah.
What the? Okay,
Yes.
this is
That
new to
was
me.
my top
It's
order.
new to me. Please explain it.
So, hate goats are
Oh, man.
like the best thing ever. It
They
was,
are.
I think it was written by Fox Hoarder. If you haven't read Fox Hoarder's
Read 'em?
Hate Goats, it's a two-part series,
Oh.
and it's basically taking the piss out of like how people describe fluffies as absolute fucking like irredeemable, godless little shits,
Hell
and
yeah,
puts
man.
it in
They
perspective.
are.
Why would anyone ever deal with these in any form? I
God.
look, if we get to, I'm just saying, if we get to a lull, I will read one of these stories out loud because holy fuck, they are the funniest shit ever. And if you haven't read them, go read them.
Fuck, you're the best kid.
They're
I
so great.
love that.
It's one thing
They're
it should be
hysterical.
mentioned is that she did the story also because she has this problem with this thing called hell gremlins, which is, as you mentioned, how some people tend to depict or view fluffies as the worst thing imaginable.
Mhm.
So it's like when you have them like that, the question then is why would anybody want this in the first place?
Exactly.
And that's the case, then why would even people be interested in these kind of in this fiction in the first place, in this genre in the first place?
I mean, it basically just opens up with a guy walking into like like a shelter to adopt one. The entire place just reeks of shit. They're all swearing at you and shitting everywhere, and the guy still goes in, "I'll buy one." It's like,
It's-
why? This makes no sense.
Why?
It's the funniest fucking thing ever. Go
I will
read,
go
go
into
read
your
Hate Goats.
I will go into your shop. I will deal with all the jeering to get over here to the selection. Pick one out. Have it call me some kind of ethnic slur. Take it to the front
I'm already in
counter
love.
and
I'm
pay
already in
out.
love. I'm already in love.
And I think that what makes it even funnier is basically just the fact that they're constantly just screaming and swearing.
Yeah.
Like you just like adopt one, and it's like, fuck you, I'll rape your mother to death and shit on her.
I love it. I fucking love it.
They're fantastic. Go read. That's my last time I'll say. Go read Hate Goats.
Hate
It's
Goats.
it's a
And I've linked
fantastic
it
parody.
here for you people here as well.
Yeah. There's not a lot of good like genuine fluffy parody out there that's like enjoyable, but this is definitely up there. It's fantastic. As my mark of approval.
Uh, okay, then next thing on my mind is since we're also talking about what we've been doing this week. Virgil, what have you been up to this week?
Yeah, V.
Drinking, lots of drinking.
Fantastic. What are you drinking, bud?
Hell yeah.
Canadian Hunter because I can't afford Crown Royal.
Oh, I am drinking Noble Oak Double Oak Bourbon.
Hell yes.
I can't drink. I have one shot and I'm out. I might as well be blackout drunk.
I've got
Drinking
2 more
coffee right
bottles,
now.
but I've promised one to someone else.
Has anyone ever here had that moment where you go out drinking with some pals and you're just like, you know
Mhm.
what? I'm gonna do something fun. I'm gonna sneak away and I'm gonna secretly order a round of shots for the table.
Yeah.
And you think that's it. Except then the next person does the same thing. And then the
Yes.
next, and then
Yes.
the next. And then you go full circle and everybody has bought everyone a round of shots and you're all fucking destroyed. And you're just
I
like,
ever tell you the
why?
story? I ever tell you the story about how I made out with our Fiona from Shrek?
No.
Well, you have my
Well,
attention.
Get to it.
Yeah,
Real
get to
quick,
it.
this was when I was younger. That actually happened. We were bar hopping, people were buying rounds, and so I'm outside. I'm 3 sheets of the wind, and I'm hitting on this chick, and she's not having it, but her friend is, and I'm just like, fuck it, silver medal, still a medal. So we sneak off. We stealthily sneak off into the night. And I have her she has me pushed up against a fucking truck. I don't know whose it is.
Woof.
We're making out. And you ever had those moments where it's just like, I'm sober?
Mm.
Well, I
Yeah.
had that. I
Yeah,
had
usually
that.
when I get pulled over.
Suddenly
Yeah, no,
sober
it
up.
was just like that. It was like when you're fucked up and you see a cop and suddenly you're fucking sober.
Yeah,
Just like
just
that.
like, well, that was a waste of a fucking high.
Yep.
Yeah. So I look up, and this lady was
Oh, damn,
about.
you looked up?
I looked up.
Actually, Kibbles,
She
indulge us. How tall are you?
5'10".
Okay.
Okay.
God.
So I look up. She was all of 6'2",
hmm
probably about 350 pounds.
hmm
Woof.
Just an absolute unit. And that is when I sobered up. And I looked at her and I said, I'm not from around here. I gotta find my friends. She's like, no, let's go back to my dorm room.
Oh my
It's
god.
like I gotta go. And I ran
Ooh.
off.
Jeez.
I legitimately fucking ran off.
Oh no,
You'd think
Kibbles.
you'd think I would learn my lesson, but I still drink.
Did you? Just sounds like you almost got date raped.
Oh my god. He almost got taken to the dorm room. Ooh.
Because that was probably her truck, and she was ready
Yeah.
to just like pull you in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Kibbles, you about got dorm invaded, my dude. You don't want a dorm invasion.
You
Oh,
go in, you
God.
don't come out.
I just imagine in this chat, since it's Fluffies, I got to tie it back to Fluffies, just like a giant, massive fucking Pegasus looking down on this little fucking unicorn and going, "You my special friend now. We gonna make we gonna make cookies."
friend
And the little guy was
Uh,
into it about like until 2 seconds ago. Then he just
What a
And
fucking
you're just like,
oh
wait,
poopies.
wait a minute,
Oh.
I need to find my hood.
Wait,
yeah.
well, how
A true patrician would be reacting like this.
yes. Ah.
I don't know why I'm saying like this. Like
Oh
nobody else can
boy.
see that I'm shit posting in the private channel.
I'm actually I do not see that because I'm cooking.
Oh right.
You're fucking.
Yeah, no, Mutagen's right. The look of excitement is the look there.
Please let me.
Mm.
Fear arousal, if you will.
Screw
Like,
know
hey,
what?
you know what? I might
Yeah.
die getting fucked. It might be worth it. We about to find out.
Wait,
Only in
YOLO.
one of two ways.
That's it. Carpe diem.
YOLO
Fucking
I will
go.
find
swag.
joy in either,
Abs.
fellow kids.
Here we go. Gosh.
What do you got for
Deeply
us?
bloated
Nothing.
coffee.
I was just putting a little funny boy image on there. Let me
Oh, so
see.
here we were. Let's see. We were talking about what we were working on recently.
Right.
Yeah.
I kind of did a bit of a new thing that I haven't done in a while. I actually drew abuse for the first time in like several
Nice.
years.
Nice.
Because I don't know, I just kind of got like sometimes you just get like a hit of it. You're just like drawing some other thing, like, oh, this is too much work. I need to shit post something. I want to draw a retarded horse in pain. And
As you
it was,
should.
and it's as I was drawing it, that I was like, man, what makes you want to hurt one of these things? Like what like
Cute aggression.
is it like the size of the eyes, the ratio of like the eyes to the mouth, the body shape? Because I ended up redrawing this thing like 5 times. Like I can't I can't get the secret sauce because there's some artists out there, they got the secret sauce, you know?
Right, you
What
know
I'm
who?
talking about, like
Carnivorous duck.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
sauce is the
Carnivorous
boss.
Duck,
The sauce is the boss.
Artist Coon,
Oh God, yes. God,
Bad
I
Roomy,
fucking
Bad Roomy, 100%.
Carnivius
Artist
ducks.
coons, fluffies are just like I want to stomp them.
I was gonna say
It's like,
Carnivius ducks. I don't feel like I want to just stomp them or crush them or anything like that. I look at them and I'm like, wow, you look pathetic. And then I see their teeth and I'm like, Jesus, goddamn Christ, we got to do something about you. I don't know
English
what,
fluffies,
son, but we're gonna
okay?
fix it.
They're English
Begone.
fluffies.
You
We
want
don't
you want to banish them. You just want to,
British
like, you know,
Fluffies.
exactly. I don't want to
fucking
hurt them. I just
you
want
want to
them gone.
Thanos snap them away, basically.
Yes, painless, just
Exactly.
gone.
Just
Exactly.
Send them
Gone
out to
from
the
my sight.
cornfield.
It's like seeing a fucking mangy raccoon. You don't want to hurt it, but you just don't want it near you.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's
how's that
true.
fun?
It's a NIMBY, NIMBY, not in my backyard.
Fair. That's a fair point.
So speaking of abusable fluffies, Virgil. So what's this about someone of the old days who has rejoined us allegedly?
Allegedly, it's a good use of the word. I
Allegedly.
believe Wolfram Sparks has joined us again.
Oh boy.
So
You're shitting
Yeah.
me.
Note
Well,
the
that's-
allegedly.
that's the way that it
Allegedly.
looks at this time. People have actually emulated Wolfram Sparks before. We're being cautious about it, but it seems like this is indeed the real thing.
Did you guys know Wolfram?
Not personally, I don't think. Or if I
Yeah,
did, I
There was
don't
a lot of
recall.
YouTube
We
chatted.
chatted. Yeah, we chatted.
Yeah, we didn't like have him in the calls or anything like that, but we had him like in the comments where we would talk to him every now and then. And then of course there was the counter invasion of the Russian boards that happened that one time. I think we was in there with him on that one.
Chippies. Chippies. I don't know why Aichi was like the patron saint of the Russian shit
Dude,
posters.
I don't know. They really thought he was on their side.
Why the fuck not? Oop,
He
nope,
was just
that-
he was as confused as we were, honestly.
Has Aichi said anything about the FluffCast coming back, or?
No, I asked him a while back, and he said he's too far divorced from it. He's not wanting to get back in or anything like that.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what we all thought.
in his defense, he made the right choice. I have no idea why the fuck I'm here. I thought
You're
I
here
thought
because we can hold you into it. That's why.
Yeah, fair
Time
enough.
is a flat circle.
time is a cube. Everyone knows this.
Just
Yep,
right back
four-sided
where we
day.
fucking started like 7 years ago.
Well, for me, I'm here because I like fluffies.
I draw
It's like
better
it's
now.
like fucking it. We thought it was done with this, but no.
Yeah, I think for a lot of us that have like done our time and got disillusioned with it and come back, Fluffies very much have the exact same appeal that everyone that lives with the goddamn things has to deal with.
Mm.
Like,
But I
oh, I hate these fucking things, but god damn it, they're everywhere. I can't leave them alone. I can't forget they exist now because I know they're here.
And what
But
if someone
it's-
treats them badly? I gotta make sure they're doing okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's like different people have different conceptions of, have different ideas of what fluffies are based on what fluffies mean to them, and from then, the value, what values they get from fluffies are different from, say, a separate person's. Like for instance, you were talking earlier about how there's some fluffies that you think are very abusable. To me, if a fluffy looks pathetic, I just don't get any desire to abuse them because I see too much of myself in them.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I think toward when it comes
Yeah.
to abusing fluffies, there's too many people who write stories where it's just a human torturing the shit out of a fluffy for no reason other than because I wanted it to happen.
You
and, like,
can't
Yeah.
do that. You absolutely
vehicle.
can't do that. Yes.
Or the animal came in my yard and asked for food. How fucking dare
How
it?
how
dare it?
fucking dare you
Yeah.
get a
Yeah.
job, Fluffy?
Two fluffies
There's
at
your
once.
story right there. Lawn invasion, but the guy's like fucking like hyper like liberal right, and just like get a fucking job and just fucking get some
Yeah.
like fucking working
He's like mowing
working
the
his
lawn.
fields or some shit.
Fucking
Yeah.
narco-capitalist. Fucking
Actually,
Handicapped
AIDS did
fluffies.
to the NAP.
Actually, AIDS did a comic to that effect, but it was set during Christmas. Hold on while I get it.
What's it called? Two fluffies walking down the street. One's got 98 cents. One's got $1. They pass by a sign. We'll turn you into an actual pony with 99 cents. You can tell where this is
Oh,
going.
goddamn.
Close.
Yeah.
Okay, first I gotta get this.
Have you?
What's
well,
funny about
Okay.
see to me the fluffies have never been in the way I've seen them. They've never been anything other than a.
Antagonistic.
They've never been a medium. They've never been anything other than a medium to express emotion.
Exactly.
Yeah,
At the
that's
risk
true.
of sounding all fucking artsy fartsy, you know, shit bag artist dude guy. Sorry, I am a bad multitasker.
it's all right.
It's
That's
kind
him.
of like Loss in a certain way.
Yeah, it's like Lost.
You're gonna
That's
want to talk into
actually
your
a
microphone a
very
little more.
apt metaphor.
Mm.
Because Lost gets worked into like all kinds of weird ass art that you would never expect it to be there, but lo and behold, it's there.
Mm.
I'm man enough to admit that I need to. I go through difficulties in my day-to-day life, and
Mhm.
sometimes I need to be able to, get out, get a little out, express my emotions, and sometimes not
Yeah.
always the people to communicate with that. What's it called? Do you know how difficult it is to be on the internet and be an extrovert? It is very difficult. When I come
Yes.
home, at the end of a day, most people are like, I want to be, I want to be by myself. I want to be quiet. I'm like, I want to relax by talking to people. That's how I recharge. I just don't
Yum.
stop talking.
So
So
it
being
is
able to
absolutely. You're 100% correct.
communicate my feelings by beating the shit out of a fluffy pony, but making sure that I follow the rules of artistic integrity and story composition makes the challenge and the feedback all the much more sweeter. You can't
Yes.
just have Fluffy Pony enters yard, asks for food. How dare you? You can't do that. You need to have the rising action, the falling action. Things need to follow a story. They need to make sense and have a plot.
You need to have some lines to color in. You can
Yes.
make it whatever fucking color you want, just inside the lines,
Yeah.
please.
First, you gotta have your pure, sweet, messianic Fluffy that gets raped to death, and then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
I
So
mean, that's how everybody excuses it, right?
to that, what I'll add is, those of you here who have known me for a while and knew me when I first got into this shit, like, without getting into the details, I was not having the best time in the world.
Mm.
And
Fuck, I wasn't either.
A lot of us weren't.
it's ironic. It is just so fucking ironic that some of the kindest, most understanding, most comforting people in the world that I've met, you guys, and then the friends that I've met through you fuckers,
Mm.
we met killing cartoon animals.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
freaks of a feather fly together.
Yeah,
Maybe the
and
true
it,
Fluffy abuse was the friends we
yeah,
made along the way.
it's true.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like, yes, I stomped their brains out, but those brains represent happiness, and I'm happy I'm with my friends.
Fluffies were made for
Happiness.
huggies and love, and they brought it all to us, just in
Yes.
a weird fucking backward ass way.
But no, it's just
I'm still like focused on, I'm just focused on that specific approach to puppies.
Let me see.
I think that fluffies, they have the power to be what you need them to be, and sometimes what you need them to be is vessels for your frustration and anger and sick, dark, twisted fantasies. That just it's like punching a pillow. You're not doing any harm, but it feels good.
Hell
And
yes.
it seems
And I
somebody
punch-
else has
and I punch the
wandered
walls
into the
too
basement.
sometimes.
Oh God,
Who else is here?
I swear that's not my Dakimakura.
Oh, hey,
Shut
Santa.
the door behind you, Santa.
I didn't want to interrupt. I didn't know there was a cast today.
Morning, Santa.
My apologies. I should have. Well, I moved it back by one day, so that way.
Professional podcast, guys.
I moved it back.
Oh
by
shit,
one
is there a
day.
FluffCast today?
Yeah, that woke up at noon
I
today.
just went on fucking Discord and I saw, oh, there's a call on the FluffCast, and most people are here, and I'm like, okay.
Mm.
Well, welcome aboard, Santa. We were just talking about the emotional catharsis and community that abusing retarded horses has brought us.
We were
It's
talking
true.
about how
But
David
I get
Cage
nothing out of that. I get nothing out of that. And I know I can understand where you guys are coming from, but I get nothing out of it. If anything, it just puts me out of it.
I
But
mean,
that's,
everybody's
that's
here for
your
something
prerogative.
different.
Yeah, everything's here for something different. Like me personally, like I said, they're just vessels to be creative, and sometimes a little
That's
bit of fucking
fair,
stress
that's fair.
relief.
But and for me, I feel that there's too much focus on this idea of stress relief that it doesn't really develop the characters or develop the creatures beyond just being vessels. Like for me, I'm more interested in seeing fluffies as characters, develop them as characters, have individual personalities, and be able
Yeah,
to tell
yeah.
stories
Yeah,
to
but
them.
some
That's
people don't care about that. And
yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I
the
I
point.
know that
personally,
some people don't
I
care
don't,
about that.
I don't really care
I,
about
I
that. I want them to suffer.
And that's the thing. Look, I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying that part of the reason why I disagree with that is because I like the stories of fluffies that actually have personalities and have an interesting story to tell. And I like looking into all these original characters, all these fluffy OCs, because I want to know more of these stories. Because I feel that a lot of people put effort into them. Like I mentioned Coldheart earlier. I'm quite fond of Coldheart because he did that whole fluffy shelter for the abused, which had different fluffies that were abused but developed personalities of their own. I'm
Mhm.
interested in stuff like that. That for me is more. That for me is a creative outlet I'm more interested in.
I did
Well,
enjoy taking like the newer ideas. Like here's a random one that just popped in my head: the pouch fluffies. If anyone remembers that. Basically,
oh
they developed
yeah,
like kangaroo pouches on their side so they could carry their babies.
Mhm.
So people were basically selling them. Oh, you could fucking use them as like piggy banks. Just tear the pockets open if you want. And basically they would kind of hoard coins in like the sort of like baby hierarchy that developed to where they like quarters, they hate pennies, shit like that.
and they
So
just
That
get
reminds
too
me of
heavy and
something
can't walk.
that Cookie Crunch. I mean, sorry, not Cookie Crunch. That reminds me a lot of something that Fluff Explosion drew.
Oh man,
I think,
so I
yeah,
know
The
we're talking
even
about the artist, but who remembers Fluff Explosions?
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
fucking
I do.
do, and I miss
Explosion
them
is
so
around.
much.
Fluff
That's
Explosion is
fucking
still around.
vintage right there. I mean,
We're
it's
yeah,
not
still
talking
alive,
about
but
the
nobody really
artist. We're not
draws that
talking about the
anymore.
artist. We're talking about
yeah.
the actual
Oh,
Oh, the law.
fucking
Yeah,
mama bombs.
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
because for quite a while that was considered like the head canon or like the sort of canon. People have
That,
kind of moved
that
away from
was
that. Okay, for people who don't
Hype
know,
cannon, you mean? Hype
for
cannon.
for a long time, what most people accepted is that when a dam was pregnant, she gave birth by basically just detonating and sending fucking babies everywhere.
yeah.
So basically,
The fucking
fluffies
seed.
exploded when they gave birth, which
Some
is
people
part
even
of why
went
you
to the
still see
trouble.
them all bloated up like that still.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people even went to the trouble of explaining it, where it's like, oh, well, when this fucking organ gets, stressed enough, or when it gets bumped or something like that, it tears open. This liquid hits that liquid, gas ensues, babies everywhere.
Hmm. So yeah,
Like,
So,
and
it's a fun
for
concept.
some reason the fucking things still were always super excited to get pregnant. So
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
one be mom. Just oh man, I want to be mom so bad. I want to be a mama. Okay, I mean, you're gonna turn into a grenade in
You
like
asked for it.
an hour, right?
yeah.
God.
So yeah, that
The
was
idea did not catch on because how do I put it? It's like
Oh no, caught
it's
on.
a funny
Yes,
idea.
absolutely.
It's a funny idea, but if you want to tell a story, it's kind of hard to tell a story about a mare when after it gives birth, it just blows up and
You're
dies
talking about there were
because
plenty of stories. It
Oh
was not
yeah.
Yeah,
hard at
No, you
all.
could tell
yeah,
all
no.
kinds of stories about that. Hell,
It
But the
just
thing
fell
is,
out of favor. It just people wanted regular animal biology. They didn't want to have to deal with cleaning up a mess every time something gave
Yeah.
birth.
yeah,
no,
yeah,
not just that.
that's what I'm saying. It's like
The old
It's
it's
not
like
hard to write.
yeah.
It's very easy to write actually. It's just people just thought do the other thing instead.
yeah, the old canon used to be they could have babies normally, but it was
Mhm.
real easy to stress them out or bump them too hard and make them explode.
Oh yeah, it was
Mhm.
also like a
Man.
stress thing, wasn't it? Like
Yeah,
if you
Yeah.
because then
stressed
they
a
got
pregnant
too
dam, they'd
worried.
explode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you could just run around the corner with a barking dog, and they would just go, "Whoa, shit!" and blow up.
I think I distinctly remember there was like a fucking turning point where they stopped blowing up and they started like spontaneously aborting.
What?
Yeah, I think there was probably like a gradual
Yeah,
sort of like
Yeah.
transition away from
where it
I
went
things
from
happen over
explosions
time.
to just evacuation.
yeah, like they would stop exploding and just like if they got scared, they would fucking abort.
Mm. Yeah, there was I mean,
There was
I
this
think that
cat.
was inspired by like a real world thing. Like some animals will prematurely give birth if they're running from a predator or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of animals that do that.
I know that there was another way of doing an abortion through rape. That was a comment that Artist Kun did, where Fluffy Stallion raped a mare and that aborted the babies. That was also
You see,
done
the
in
mare, the body of the mare naturally has a way of shutting these things down if it's been
I
chipped and
knew
raped.
it.
Oh,
As soon as
God.
Kibbles opened his mouth, I knew he was going to say it.
Yeah, I saw that
yeah,
coming.
but I remember that because that was also done in Fierce Deity Lynx's Plum. So it's not a canon that I like, but it's just something that I notice. I tend to disagree with it. I don't like incorporate it, but it's just something I notice.
Yeah, the, the
Mm.
the the general sort of like hive mindset on these things has changed quite a lot. And I
Yeah,
think
it has.
while it was definitely fun, eventually people want to move on to other things. And I
I
mean,
do
who
miss
knows
Fluffy
fucking
Griffin a lot.
if the fluffies as we know them and like will still look even remotely the same in like a year or two.
What I find interesting is that they went for something more fantastical, and what I think is that live birth was just far more interesting to work with, and it's just an
Yes, it
example of
is.
real life being far more interesting than fantasy or some. What is it? Fuck.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah,
life
thing
is
is,
Oh
because
great
no,
real
in
life is a lot more
fantasy.
interesting in
exploding
fantasy.
animals is kind of interesting.
That okay? You know
Like,
what? Fair. That's fine.
It's
Yeah, but
funny.
how many
I think
stories
it's
can you
more that
tell
it
with
was
it?
funny.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if you
yeah.
want to do something that's a little more serious,
Or
then
graphic,
you
or
want to
like,
move away from that.
Yeah,
like if you
yeah, yeah.
like, all right. So let's take this from like Johnny 2x4's perspective here. Okay, Johnny 2x4, he wants to write a fluffy pony story where this thing just suffered because Johnny 2x4 is just a bad kid.
Real quick, is Johnny 2x4 an actual user or is that just a made up name?
It's just a made up name.
Okay, thank you.
So Johnny's options are like, okay, I want to mess with the mother and her foals, but damn it, I can't actually play off of the mother foal relationship if I make them fluffsplode. So let's just make them give live birth. So even from that perspective, it comes together, and then you have the more biology Hasbio exploring perspectives if they follow a more standard birthing procedure, something or other. Words.
well, part of that was coming from the Hasbio thing, so like it makes sense that it got like I guess watered down over time
Yeah.
to not have the full explosion because Hasbio's original like production model dams they didn't have yeah, cute 3-4 baby litter. No, no, their litters were like 15, 20
Jesus Christ.
at a time.
What?
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yes.
god.
Oh yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah, like fucking huge litters because they
And
were production.
They were supposed to
and
be for like
they
mass
also
production. They were never actually supposed to really be released in the wild.
Yeah, that was the
That's
they
one.
also
why the headcanon is that they breed faster than rats because they have not only big litters but a short gestation time.
yeah. And there was always the best baby and the poopy baby.
Yeah.
I
No,
think
there
there was
wasn't.
always the best
Nah, that
baby.
Well, I
didn't
mean,
come to
there
way later.
okay. When I say there was always, that is just like me saying I enjoy that
Oh, okay.
particular.
The thing that was always there was the runt because
Yes.
Yes, the runt.
they always had the they always hated there was something I think they ended up changing the headcanon to where it gave off like a foul smell when it was being born or some shit.
Yeah, the fluffy can like smell the baby and tell if it's like a dummy baby or not, if it was derped or whatever. And that was
Yeah.
how. And that sort of
Yeah,
was
I
like
guess it was.
built-in quality
I guess it
control.
was bestest baby and dummy baby, or bestest baby and.
Now there were bestest babies, I remember that, but as you know,
No, Bestest babies didn't come around till later either.
I feel like
Really?
the mother would be able to pick
Well,
out a
it's
foal that looked like it and would be
Yeah,
like,
they
okay.
actually used to like all of them so long as they didn't have like visual like deformities. For some reason that scared them, so like Alicorn.
in my defense, it's been about 5 years since I've thought about this shit. So
Yeah, like
never-
the Alicorns always.
I'll be the first
Well,
to
I
say
still have to do
I
a
never
lot more
got it.
research.
You never got
I never
what?
got
I
the
had to do-
whole alicorns are
Mhm.
monsters thing.
That was
Well,
that was actually there's a good reason why. The original pitch for the Alicorn wasn't just they're a different race. They're just like a mutation. The original pitch was they're a fluffy 2.0. They're built hardier, they're actually smarter, and they could actually be more durable.
They were the
So
halfway points.
okay.
it actually was Hasbio built caught enough strays and actually improved the DNA and tried to sell these, but they were expensive and they're like, why the hell? So there's like a short little phase because there was a bunch of stories written back, but I can't remember all the artists. One of them is the guy who did the Fluffy Factory. Some of his stories referenced the stuff that was going on at the time.
Mayclaw?
I don't know the
Is
artist's
it
name. It's been a while. But
okay?
yeah, they basically like you'll read in Make Clothes like Fluffy Factory Tour. They're at one point they're going to start selling alicorns, and you see how significantly different they're supposed to be
Mm-hmm.
compared to regular Fluffies. But basically, the reasoning behind why Fluffies actually hate alicorns is people saw, oh, it's the new fucking Fluffy. Toss out the old one, get a new one. Basically, it was the iPhone sort of
Ah, okay.
ideology to where
Ah.
they decided, oh, all these alicorns, they are. I'll be there in a sec. Fucking Christ, you bitch. Basically, they were considered monsters because they would take away everything that you wanted to make your owners not love you anymore. Anyway, I gotta fucking go because I need a bitch. Be right back.
All right.
Take your time, bub.
See you, Santa.
Yeah,
I
with
think
the
that's a pretty good explanation, I'd say.
with the
Yeah, that
alicorns,
is really good. Makes it's quite important to my research right now.
Yeah.
Oculus is like listening to Santa taking notes.
I was going to say with the alicorns, I definitely remember them being like a higher price point than regular fluffies for a while.
I do
Good, it was
remember that.
Yeah, it was like regular fluffies, like maybe $50 as a designer pet, and then the alicorns come out and it's like 250 guaranteed not to just shit all over the place. And like, all right, I'll pay the difference. Fuck.
This one's well trained. Here's an extra $75.
Yeah, and they're like fairly smart. They're able to use enough quote unquote magic or psychic power or whatever the hell you want to rationalize it as to put their toys away if they're trained well.
Right, Fluffies could use magic. That was a thing.
Yeah. Like
Fluffies
regular
use
fluffies
magic.
can just barely cause a spark like a lighter can, and it's
Yeah.
just enough to light themselves on fire sometimes.
Right, Maroon could do that. Maroon,
Yeah.
right. I
Even
remember
Simmer
now.
Yeah.
could do it. That was where she got
You
her
don't
name.
see unicorn sparks that much
Wait.
anymore.
No, because like Simmer got her name from that because she could set fires because she had a gigantic fucking freak ass horn.
And she
Oh, that
set herself
reminds
on
me.
fire. Yeah.
That reminds me, Muligent. Greg has demonstrated the ability to create light. So there's a bit of that unicorn ability there, that sparks ability there, I guess.
You know, it's funny because when I posted that and someone said, "Oh, hey, unicorn sparks," I was like, "Oh, fuck, I totally forgot about that." That's not what this is. But yeah, that's a thing
Oh.
that they used to do.
So wait, that means. Oh wait, but that'll be spoilers. So I guess I can't ask that yet.
Yeah, no, that'll be spoiled. Everything will be eventually explained unless I stop drawing it.
And then
But yeah,
I know.
but yeah, everybody in this cast, please go and read Post Fluff. Otherwise, I'll climb after you in your
Alright.
sleep.
So I know the guy that drew that wrote Post Fluff, and I let me just say, no.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
The guy who
you know
draws it is a
what?
piece of
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, no.
I have it on good authority that he's actually Italian.
What?
That's disgusting.
Oh,
Benito Mussolini, is that you?
Unforgivable.
Despicable.
Poschetti!
I mean, Pinky Fluffy is Italian too, and he's one of my
Ain't all the
favorite
goddamn
artists.
American fluffy jobs. What the fuck did I walk
Yeah,
into?
exactly. Thank you
Oh
very
shit!
much.
We forgot to acknowledge that Funkshire is here. I was gonna say something, then we started talking about fucking
Here, wait, let's make
alicorns.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Hello,
I can't
Funkshire.
understand. I just
Yeah.
got home, taking my parents out to lunch, and like I'm kind of fucking exhausted because it's like hurting cats.
Yeah. So you decided to talk about retarded horses instead.
You know what? It seemed like it'd be
can
fun.
make
You know,
it
everybody had a good time. Everybody got their stomach full, and everybody's like, "Fuck it, I'm taking a nap." And I was like, "I'm going home to do the same." I laid down, and I was like, "Wait a minute, they need me to talk about these retarded cartoon horses."
I'm a
You're a
skull.
gentleman and a scholar.
You're the
Yeah.
hero
But
they
you know,
deserve
it's
and
funny
not a
when
woman need.
but you know, one thing I always disagree with is the idea of Fluffy's being retarded per se. Mentally
They're absolutely
challenged,
fucking
but never
retarded.
They
really
are.
retarded.
They're absolutely
They have to be.
retarded. Nah, fuck that.
No, they're
They-
retarded.
Nah,
they
fuck
have an
that.
IQ.
I'll
They have an
disagree,
IQ
no matter
on
what,
par
I'll disagree.
with
Fuck
that
your
of fucking
headcanon.
string beans.
Get his ass.
Get him.
No.
Honestly, I feel bad for comparing string beans to fluffies because string beans are actually valuable.
Damn.
Wait,
The
how
idea
do
of
we-
disagree with y'all.
Math or
Wait,
any
time
kind
out,
of
time out.
applied science
We
is
all just-
laughable.
Wait, you all just started yelling at Oculus, and all I can hear is Kibbles going, "String beans are fucking delicious," and I'm like, oh,
Damn it,
Well,
that's
they don't
Kibbles,
know
get
that
with the
string beans are
program.
fucking delicious.
All right, so let's.
Well, they are.
They really are, though.
God.
Maybe retarded is a strong word, but more intelligent, like not more intelligent than a toddler.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
It's,
That is an
too
insult.
low.
That is an insult to toddlers everywhere.
I mean, have you
Different
seen
side of the genes
toddlers?
anyway.
But they talk a
It-
bit better than toddlers. It's like I would put them like say just below kindergarten level like that. Like
Yeah,
from
but I mean,
kindergarten to
That's
elementary
saying
school
that
level
that's
like
saying
that.
that they're smart. That's saying that they're as smart as a dog.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Like-
like
no.
saying
Yes,
that.
Smarter
that's,
than
Okay,
a
that's
dog.
how some people did that. That's how Wacky
Now
Cat
we're
did it.
we're
that's
getting
like
very
saying, hey,
All right.
humans and dolphins kind of the same thing. They're both mammals
Yeah.
and shit. Dolphins swim a hell of a lot better than baby humans. You know why? Because it's baked in.
mm,
That's
Yeah.
illegal to drown, or it's illegal to just throw baby
All right.
humans into the ocean.
So gentlemen,
allegedly.
so
Yeah,
gentlemen,
most
Allegedly.
places.
I've opened up a book.
Anyway, Andy, you saying?
So I've opened up a book. It's called The Room. I'm beginning to read it. Things are getting a little heated here as we discuss the epic lore of fluffy ponies. So I am going to make the executive decision and change this conversation back to D&D fluffies. So fluffies,
I
play
agree.
Fluffies
Okay.
Fluffies play Dungeons and Dragons. What does your
D&D fluffies have low int scores, so they're low intelligence. Let's just go with that.
Oh
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
that's
Absolutely.
fair.
Story.
That
It was
is
pretty
fair.
cute.
Yeah, sure. Put the intelligence at around about one or two like that.
So
Wasn't
I
the
would
guy
say
who wrote the story the one that also did the Fluffy School, where he's trying to teach Fluffies?
That was Oracle. Oracle did that. Marcus Maximus illustrated that.
That sounds
Yeah,
about right.
so
Oracle,
they basically played D&D, and then they were going to start an adventure in real life and leave their house.
mhm.
Yeah, in fact, I have Oracle's paste bin right now that I will link it.
and
Hold
link it in the
on.
stream chat if you could. Otherwise, I got to freaking.
Okay, I'll put it in the stream chat. Hold on. And here we go. I put in YouTube.
Thank God.
I can also put it here.
I think fluffies would probably love playing D&D. I think imagination's probably right up their alley.
Marcus Maximus also illustrated Educated Fluffies. Hold on a moment.
Would they? I'm trying to think though. Would they? Do you think that they would like stick to the limitations of the game rules or even understand the game or?
Well, they're going
I
to
think
try
you'd
and
have
bend the rules just like any
So-
D&D player.
Right.
I think
Something
you'd
tells
probably want to
me-
avoid combat with them.
Something tells me that fluffies, like through some kind of a fucking idiot savant, weird fucking just how it works, they would be the biggest fucking rule Nazis there is.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Like they're just weirdly good at
For
D&D.
some reason, they're just really fucking good at D&D, but they're super fucking Nazis about the rules.
Like, okay, well, this guy can reach you because he can move. Actually, moving diagonally is a variant rule. It's like you shut the
like-
fuck up.
I think that's pretty cute, actually.
Something
I
about
wouldn't
no
mind
flat
playing D&D with a Fluffy in that sense.
That would be actually that's a good idea. Say, oh, I'm gonna teach fluffies how to play D&D. It'll be cute. Anyway, here's the rule book. I'll explain it to you. They end up reading the whole fucking thing and then just rules loring the shit out of you the next game.
Depends on fucking the shit.
And then you end up having to fucking like, okay, you're the dungeon master, and you're like, all right, fuck this shit. I'm tired of these little bastards ruining my fucking game. You approach a mighty river, and then you describe the river and just watch them slowly drown.
Yeah.
Problem
That's all it takes.
solved.
Or even
Then you have to
better,
worry
they all
about
come
the,
with like fucking like min-maxed meta builds and just fucking steamroll everything in the game.
They're the type of players that would insist on playing GURPS.
Oh god.
No,
GURPS.
no, you get a smarty that's trying to learn D&D. It insists on playing Fatal.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Woeful anal circumference.
Yes.
Then
In the
your
list of
paints.
sentences that have never been uttered by anyone ever, one of them is, "Hey guys, let's play Fatal."
The guys we're sitting here, everything's getting kind of hot and spicy. You guys are kind of cute. We're gonna play Fatal tonight.
God.
I don't know
I
about
have-
you fellas, but I could
I-
really go for rolling some dice and recommitting the human centipede on pen and paper.
I
That'd
don't.
be great.
I'm
Here-
sorry, but what's fatal?
Oh my
Oh
God.
no.
Oh,
Oh my
fuck.
lord!
Have you
It's-
ever wanted to miscast a spell and summon orcs that rape you to death?
It
I
is
am
a
not
very,
making that up.
It is a very angry, sex-heavy version of tabletop
it's-
gaming.
It's like if
It's a
if
Serbian
HR
film, the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of.
it's like if H.R. Geiger wrote the D&D splat books.
That is
Oh.
honestly, that's almost an insult to H.R. Geiger because he would be much more creative with how people died.
It's just like he's like, you reached the dick castle. Dicks, and it looks like a woman sucking a dick, and there's a dick coming out of her nose, and it looks
Oh,
like a bug.
oh, it's so much worse than that because, like, say you're going through your standard character creation setup, right? Everybody knows the shit that you'd go through with that. Go with your character, you got your race and your scores and all that shit. Guess what? Your scores don't fucking matter. I don't care what your strength score is unless you're pinning someone down and forcing yourself inside them. What I do
Yeah.
care about is what shape and size are your feet. I need that information on that character sheet
Very,
today.
very important. Very important.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Critical,
fatal.
even.
Speaking
It's-
of feet,
oh, it's the worst.
speaking of
Don't
feet,
play Fatal, guys.
please
got
don't play,
one question.
don't play Fatal. But there
Don't.
is a website that rates celebrity feet.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, so
Elon Musk
why are
has
you
a 2.4.
why are you running this website, Kibbles?
please no.
I'm really doing it just to piss off Elon Musk because he's only got a 2.4. Mark Zuckerberg, the Zuck, has a 4.7
Okay, listen.
out of 10?
out of 5.
Out of 5. Wow. I mean, he's a fucking android, so obviously his feet are perfect.
All right.
Well, yeah.
All right. So
I
I
got
need
one question.
talk to
Yes,
us.
you were saying, Andy?
I was gonna transition us to the next thing, but please, next question.
Oh yeah. One thing I was going to ask was, how was your week, Andy, and how was your week, Fansha?
How was your week,
My
Funshine?
week was weird. I've been driving over the shipyard and seeing the fact that humanity has failed,
Mm.
and that I await the meteors to carry us all home.
Jesus.
Kibbles can attest to this because he works in the same kind of environment I do.
Yeah,
If you go
yeah,
on a
no,
job site, you see like I was actually like pro-life until I started working in this field. Then I was like, no, I'm fucking pro-choice. Like somewhere there is a trailer where that kid should have been flushed, and she should have used the money she was gonna use for baby food to get that fucking pack or carton of Cools. But no, instead she had this little shit out here, and I'm out here watching him choke on a goddamn I-beam.
So
I
just to put that in context, we have had to have discussions with people about the importance of not leaving their piss bottles around the job site.
Woof.
God.
That's a lot to unpack.
That's
That's
some
how-
subhuman
oh my
shit
God.
right there.
Yes, these subhumans make $38 an hour.
Where do,
Do
you
you work at Amazon?
Where
What
do you
the-
work?
What the?
I work in management actually, which
You
is
know, honestly,
why
that's kind of
I have to
bullshit.
deal with this.
I also have piss bottles, but I'm not making that kind of money.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Dude, I wish I
Exactly.
got paid by the piss bottle. It'd be great. No, like
if
I
I got
We're
want
short on your piss bottle
God,
quota,
if I got paid by the piss, I'd be a fucking millionaire. I'd piss like a goddamn racehorse at work.
It's like, please, Muta, just let me get some apple juice in me, and I'll make the quota.
Your paycheck's gonna be a bit light this week.
No,
I
I
won't
promise.
say-
I got piss.
He takes
I
a little.
won't
It's
say-
like they're like. It's a little light.
I won't
It's-
say where I work or what I do, but what I will say is next time you use your cell phone or power anything, or perhaps drive a car, or maybe appreciate the fact that there are buildings or the internet, you can thank me.
No one's ever appreciated that there's the internet.
You know what? You're right. But where else am I going to get my fucking RoboCop X Harry Potter / fix?
All right.
Or find out which celebrity has the best feet.
So here's like the best thing I saw this week, where I deliver to a shipyard, and we basically handle the receiving area. I go in there and I see like Donna. Donna handles receiving. She also is one of their safety board members apparently, and she also handles disciplinary matters. I walked in, she had the paperwork out, and I said, hey, Miss Donna, how are you doing today? And she said, I'm doing all right, other than I got to fill out this fucking paperwork. I said, oh, that sucks. I said, anything good this time? And she looks at me, she took her glasses off, she did that shit where she pinches her nose, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be a good one.
I know that feeling. I've done that.
I was like, Kibble's gonna test. If you see somebody do that before they tell you a story, you know some shit's about to happen.
That's when you know
Oh,
it's all
yes.
over.
And I said, okay, well, are you at liberty to tell me? She's like, oh yeah, I'll tell you right now. She said, we had a guy apparently decided he wanted to play a prank on one of his friends. So while one of his friends was apparently not paying attention, they covered his boots in industrial grade lubricant. We're talking about this is the kind of stuff that will allow you to fucking anthill. and they covered the bottom of his boots. So when the guy stood up, he started sliding around, and everybody's laughing at him like, "Ha, he's laughing." Da 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 da. Dude started fucking around like, "Well, I'm on escapade, y'all," and then went basically. He got up a little bit of speed and went basically face first into a forklift fork.
Oh
Oh,
fuck!
oh,
And
Ah.
so
no,
when
no.
he fell, he hit the forklift fork, and it basically caught him in the lip, like the forklift fork in his mouth, and then cut his lip wide open like
Oh, he's so
Ricky-O style.
forked.
Oh.
God, that could have
So
gone worse.
it could have gone like if he hadn't have fallen to the
Yeah.
left, he would have gone like straight through his basically his spinal
Look at
cord.
that.
Or
I've been impaled.
it happened
Oh,
impaled.
look at it.
But it just cut his lip open. So now, like the right side of his face, basically, he could probably swallow a basketball now if he wanted to.
Man,
If
That
he got
just
that left
Jesus.
side.
honestly,
Hey,
that just
right.
sounds like something out of those like weirdly graphic work safety videos.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
it does.
German ones.
Or like out of
One
one of the Canadian safety
scars.
ads.
See,
Workspace safety.
I said, okay. I was like, I think you're pulling my leg, Miss Donna. And then she showed me a fucking picture of it.
Oh
Oh,
God.
Miss Donna,
Oh.
no.
And I just kind of looked. I was like, holy shit, did he live? And he's like, yeah, he lived. He can open his mouth like a boa constrictor now. And I was like,
You should have asked her. You should have asked her when the office decided to pay for Vlad Dracula Tepish to get fucking forklift certified. Because
Jesus.
apparently
what?
that's what's happening now.
I should have said that. Or I've been like, so did you ask him what that mouth do?
That mouth do a lot of shit.
Just
That
barely
motherfucker
staying
can't use
attached to
the
his
straw.
face, apparently.
God, but like the picture was so bad because like it wasn't like a clean cut either. It was like,
Oh
oh my
no.
god, it went through him because I mean forklift forks are sharp, but they're like butter knife sharp. Whereas like I could put a butter knife through the wall, but I gotta really fucking try.
I was gonna
So
say
when
you
he,
stab someone to death with a butter knife, you know.
oh yeah, you can stab him, but it's not like it's not as easy as if I took that butcher knife in there. I cut deer carcass up
No.
with. Because that thing's made to cut through a rib cage. That butter knife was made to cut through country crock. So
I I got one question right now, and this is for Andy. How has your week been?
It's a bit of a harsh transition there. It's fine. It's all good. I forgot that I moved the FluffCast over a day, so I got very lax in preparation. Anyway.
Yeah, you were sitting here when we were getting ready to start, just like shit.
God, Aichi never had to deal with this. Aichi just sort of like put the stream on. It was like, today we're playing something, I guess. I don't
Yeah,
know.
most of the time the Fluffcast was like a 5 minute before we actually go live announcement.
Yeah.
God,
There's
yeah.
never been this much effort put into a fluffcast before.
I mean,
I like the
that
effort,
one
though.
cast we pissed Aichi off so
feel
bad that he
honored.
muted us all to play Toho for like 2 hours.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh,
And we all
yeah.
just fucking left, and his ass was left there hosting the Fluffcast by himself for like 2 hours.
What an
We're just all hanging out in the call.
Fucking.
Talking to anybody, he was just playing Toho.
So
So
he
all you
literally
heard was
said,
like,
"All right, let's turn that shit down a notch." And then says, "He gonna play Toho."
And then we figured out what he was doing and all fucked off to our call. And then he comes in there, what happened, guys? Why'd you just leave me? Why the fuck did you leave us?
"You playing Toho, son? You couldn't play anything good. You over here like playing waifus, bullet hell? What the fuck, man?"
He was playing the Toho fighting game, whatever the hell it's called.
Like,
So-
we were sitting over here having a gay old time
But
on
the
the
thing
cast.
about
And you just
Toho
left
is
us
that
alone.
there's at least 100 different Toho games. So was he playing the bullet hell ones? Was
He was playing the fighting game.
RPGs? Oh, the fighting
Yeah,
game.
he loved that
fighting game.
one.
Yeah,
Right.
Santa's got a better memory than me, so I always defer to Santa on shit like that.
So I will need to be taking off soonish. But Andy, I was wondering if before then we want to start letting in guests.
Yeah, we have like 8 fucking people in the
Yeah.
wings right
we
now.
got, we got
so,
callers.
Yes, we
Please
should do
have
that now.
questions. For the love of God, please have
Please.
questions. Don't just come in here and be like, "Oh, I just want to be here." It's like I don't want to be here, but I'm here anyway. Have something to talk about,
You're
please.
here.
Have
God.
questions or money? I'll take money too. Like,
Or
Let's
money, yeah.
pretend,
You know, if you want to just like send us money, that's also
Yeah.
fine.
All right,
cool.
let's
so
pretend it's an
bring in-
AMA on our atheism.
All right,
Okay.
so let's bring
You-
in our first caller here. Who was here first? Ah, there we go. Hey, this is the guy.
it's the
Rescue.
official.
uh,
Sorry.
it's all right. Rescue 9,
Hi.
welcome to the FluffCast. Now, Rescue
Hey, how you
9
doing?
here.
Welcome.
Hey, I got
Welcome.
the link from the other chat. Happy to be here as I'm literally just doing this off of my phone, so.
Oh, and it still
Hey.
works.
Oh, nice.
Fantastic.
There you
So,
Oh
go.
yeah.
Oh,
so
really?
Very nice.
So
Just a
Rescue
little-
Rescue, are you
Nine.
forklift certified?
Just
Yes.
a little point of interest. Rescue 9 is the creator of Mamba, one of the most popular new fluffies that's around, and is a really awesome person.
Yes,
Aw, thank
Mamba's
you.
great.
You
Mamba's
and then,
made the
fantastic.
same mistakes we have, so please ask us questions.
All right.
sorry, I just have no clue what happened. So forklift certified, I am very close to being forklift certified. 1 year away from being forklift certified.
Are you working
The
at a
hell
Lowe's
yeah.
or are you working at a Lowe's or some shit or?
No,
So
I work at a Goodwill, so.
I was
Oh,
certified
oh,
within like
okay.
30 minutes. I mean,
So, yeah, it's a forklift certification. I teach the class. It's only like an hour long.
Oh,
right.
it's that easy to get forklift certified? Holy
Oh,
shit!
yeah.
In
Yeah.
our
Yes.
part of the world, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
no,
only
not
1
hard.
hour long, but most people don't survive.
Yeah, I
I
think
taught it at
It's true.
I
I've
think
buried
Well,
many of my
Lowe's forever.
compatriots.
my friend Molly got it done in like, God, I took her like a month I think just to do it because they make you take a whole bunch of like redundancy tests at Lowe's to make sure you don't fuck around. Big
Yeah.
corporation shit.
Lowe's has an actual decent EHS&S program then.
I don't know what to
Yeah,
tell
like
you.
when I worked for Lowe's, I did the forklift certification, and it was always like I had to get in there, and I flunked so many people because the first thing you gotta do when you get on the forklift is put your seatbelt on, and they would always get on and then crank it up and then put the seatbelt on. I'd be like, all right,
Nope.
get the fuck off, you failed, get
Nope.
off.
Yeah. But going back, I'm sorry if I'm
No,
awful
it's
at
fine.
conversation, but yeah, I did Bomba. Okay, I've been wanting to tell how I created Bomba because it's just the stupidest fucking story.
Can I get a
Oh,
picture?
so-
Please
Can I get?
tell.
Can I
We're a
get a?
motherfucking
We're
company.
listening,
We
we're
love
listening.
stupid stories.
All right, can I get
Okay,
a
so
time out? Can I get a picture of Bomba for the stream?
Yeah,
I'll,
show
I'll
people
do
what we're
that.
talking about.
yeah, I'll post it in
Yeah,
general.
I'm
Thank you.
actually
Next week's
unfamiliar
talk,
with
I'll find it.
Bomba.
You're missing out.
What
I've been meaning to
the
draw some
Bomba?
Bomba, but
There's
haven't
a
gotten
lot
to
of
it.
stuff going on
What is
in the
Bomba?
for the community now.
Yeah,
There you go.
there's a lot of stuff going on. So first
Yeah,
of all,
a lot of stuff.
I'm just gonna send you a link to what inspired Bomba's name, because when you see, so this is the Bomba I drew. Just I like to say that Bomba is what happens if an alicorn's family tree was a Christmas wreath, and then but it all started when I was researching some like old manga stuff. There's this one particular artist who I really like, who is actually sort of the inspiration for my, well, not inspiration, I just straight up ripped his image for my icon,
Nice.
sort of alias. And then that image is what inspired Bomba. So you can see
Nice.
that there's a big fucking discrepancy between inspiration versus product.
with
Mhm.
the jetter
But
lines on
the
that top part
effort
of the
is
combo.
there, I think. The technical expertise is there.
Yeah, it has that empty stare, that horrifying,
Oh.
vaguely Lovecraftian.
I
I'm just
love it.
glad that
I
he's
love
trying
it.
his best.
I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
How
away.
how the fuck did you discover the fluffy ponies?
Would you kill me if I said the click?
Oh
You know
my
what?
God, with the fucking
Okay,
click.
I won't kill you.
With the
Don't know what
I'll
that
just
fucking.
think less of you.
But I found this shit through BuzzFeed, so I can't really judge you.
Okay, that is very fair. BuzzFeed is the worst way to find anything.
Right?
But yeah, I'd
I'll
found the click
yeah.
like 3 months ago, and it was literally just I never watched him. One of his videos just popped up and recommended, and it was the mama eating the foal's leg, and it was like
Right.
2%
Yeah.
eat her favorite
Was it?
baby.
That was an IG picture, wasn't it?
Yes, it
What?
was.
It
Ah,
was.
yes. Okay, so I remember out of fucking nowhere, because I had been out of this shit for a while. I got a DM from someone
It was wet fluff.
with that. Was it wet? It was Wet Fluff. I
Yeah.
got a DM from Wet Fluff with that
Yeah.
fucking video, and I was just like, holy fuck, this thing is still a thing.
Because wet fluff hit me
Yes.
up about it, and I was like,
It
"Yo,
still
you need to
is.
post that in general."
Yeah, I think Menthol, you're the one who told me.
Yeah, because as soon as I heard about it, I was like, "Yo, wet fluff, post that link in general. Everybody needs to know about this."
Let's
But
be
yeah,
honest. I think that's what manifested the return for quite a few people because I hadn't thought about fluffies in years.
I hadn't
No.
either. I
But
moved
the
on to
Boo
bigger and
also
better
died.
things, mostly
That's
buff
another reason
werewolves.
why people
So
came back.
All right, gentlemen, let's have Rescue 9 keep talking.
but
Yeah.
yeah, you guys are I can answer like any questions or just just bring up random chit chat. But yeah, I am heresy. I did find Click, but I did not make a Rainbow Gellenheimer OC. That is the important thing.
Thank
That's the
you
important
so
part.
much. I appreciate everything you've done.
Yeah.
God,
Oh,
like,
thank
wait.
you.
Okay,
explain
can I ask a
explain
question?
the Rainbow Gellenheimer real quick.
Wasn't I don't know the history, but like all I remember is seeing the post about like this is my new Gellenheimer OC. Her name is Burrito, art by me, lol. And it was like the guy going, shoot him again.
Art
Can
by
you explain why
me.
everybody
Okay.
was
Yes.
into Gellenheimers?
Yes, I most
I,
certainly
I
can.
think
So-
Gellenheimers have kind of split off and become their own thing because I had drawn a
have.
few Gellenheimers and even like people who had no clue about the fluffy community were like, oh yeah, that's a Gellenheimer.
What the fuck?
Here's the
Oh
fucking
my
That's
God,
thing.
actually
this-
kind of fucking scary.
I don't get
Yeah.
it because
I'm
The
sorry.
reason why
Gellenheimer's.
Gellenheimers got so popular is because they're cool. And people are so focused on having fluffies be the worst thing or being so weak or being this stress relief that nobody wants to create an OC that's so uncool. You want to create a cool OC. So that's
Yeah,
why
you know.
Gellenheimers got so popular because they're
And that
But
and that
they're
is
not
the same
cool.
that's the same philosophy that led me to create Bomba. I wanted to create something that had how would I say the mystique of a Gellenheimer, but with none of the coolness. Bomba
See, I-
is
But a
Bomba is
Gellenheimer, it was just a shittily drawn fluffy. That's all it
Yeah.
was.
yeah,
It's-
it was
it's-
just
I like
adorable.
Bomba. Bomba's the shit.
Okay, so
Bomba's great.
Bomba is a little pink alicorn
Mhm.
with a very ox-like tail, and it looks like no visible limbs.
Yeah, Bomba
Okay,
has no. And the tail
I love Bomba, and I would murder for Bomba. If Bomba told me to kill someone, I would do it.
oh, absolutely. And I've also
question's
decided
asked.
to make it canon that Bomba cannot talk. That's the Habsburgian inbreeding.
Fucking
Like
fluffy.
It's the perfect
Yeah,
fluffy.
quick question about Bomba.
yeah.
With the jitter lines around Bomba, was that at all inspired by Principal McVicker?
I have no clue who that is, and not at all. I just wanted to show that Bomba was just constantly shaking. Just I don't.
If you've ever seen Beavis and Butthead, yeah, if you've ever seen Beavis and Butthead, the principal on there is just like a fucking half second away from having a heart attack because of stress at all times.
He had a
And
heart
he
attack
has-
several times on that show.
Yeah. But I mean, just in general, like when he walks up, he's just, ah, ah, Beavis and Butthead, you fucking idiots! Like just right on the edge of dying.
Sorry,
that's
Beavis
kind of
and
what that's
Butthead
like.
is way before my time. I'm
Oh
Gotcha.
my god.
I'm not a
You
'90s
poor
Beavis
kid.
and
I'm
thing.
Butthead
sorry.
was
You
the
poor thing. The
90s.
90s were a wild, lawless time.
Oh
Actually,
yeah,
no,
I've seen some shit.
you're not
Over
allowed
here
to say
watching
that
your
because
Rick and
Beavis and
Mortys
Butthead
and your
got a
fucking
revival.
South Parks.
Yeah, Beavis and Butthead did get a revival.
Yeah, I got a revival in 2012. So
To be fair, so did Ren and Stimpy, and
Yeah,
it was
true.
not good.
No.
we don't
Wasn't
talk
Ren and
about that
Stimpy the
one.
one where they did like a Rule 34 like reboot,
It was
or
a
am I
lot.
thinking of something
No,
else?
it wasn't R34. It was just straight up. They just put titties in Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
thinking of the right one. Because it was
Oh
on
my
Spike.
god.
They were
Yes, it
now
was-
explicitly gay lovers. Which don't get me wrong. It's
They've always
I-
been that way.
yes, but it was explicit this time.
Oh yeah. It was like super on the nose. They weren't even trying to not ham fist.
John Kay in charge of it now, like a fucking pedophile man-child who's up there like, I'm going to draw these tits and they're all going to love me because I'm John Kay and I like diddle
I feel so many artists are like that. Like apparently the artist for
Diddling
Clarence
13-year-olds.
was what was it? Who was the guy from Nickelodeon who had a huge foot fetish?
Oh, you mean Dan
Dan-
Schneider, the
oh,
Hyman Collider?
Yes,
Dan the
Dan
Candyman
Schneider,
Schneider.
hold her tighter, she's a fighter, Schneider?
that's the bitch.
Yeah, that's just that's I hate to say it, but that's just kind of Hollywood. Period.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
the
That's Hollywood, baby.
diddle
Look,
your way to
I-
the
Yeah,
top.
some of the more like
Diddle
uncomfortable
your way
parts.
to the top. Oh my god, you sound like a politician.
Some of the more uncomfortable parts is if you like seen the like John K like extras that came whenever you rented the DVDs. he had like these like little interviews where he's like talking about how the episode is made, and they usually have like a guest, and all the women there, that they would just sit there with like a vacant look, staring off, not even at the camera. They just look so fucking uncomfortable.
They look about as uncomfortable as like a overnight guest at Bill Cosby's house, like that.
Yeah,
Fucking,
like one of them,
Ay,
he's like, "Oh yeah, this is such and such. She pioneered like certain like web animation, and then she ended up throwing it all away because she got knocked up."
You know what? Speaking of animation in Hollywood and all that, when can we expect Pixar to pick up Bomba for a fucking movie? For real.
Yeah, I'd pay
I
great.
could
I,
being like
I,
the
okay, I don't
stupid
think.
animal sidekick in
Yeah,
some
Bomba would never be
movie.
a main character. Bomba would be like what was the one seal in Finding Dory, which was the vacant stare and the
Yeah, the Turpide one.
yeah, the Turbine one.
Yeah.
The chicken
I think that one's
from
named
The
Death.
chicken in Moana,
Yes, the chicken
Yeah.
the
Moana.
chicken.
Yes.
No.
By the way, the best character in the fucking movie.
Oh, absolutely. That chicken fucking saved the movie, and nobody
God,
like
yes.
talked about
And it was already a solid movie, but the chicken. What was the
Yeah.
chicken's name? Fucking
Felix.
He or something like that.
It was like
Was it
Hey,
the-
hey,
Chi
hey, hey,
Pele Pepe. Or what was it?
hey, hey.
Hey.
Pele!
Hey. But yeah, that chicken, amazing. And that was Alan Tudyk, I think.
Alan Tudyk,
Yeah,
yes.
all I remember is that there was a video clip I'd seen of him doing chicken noises, staring into the camera and saying, "I went to Juilliard," which is just the funniest fucking thing to me.
I love Alan Tudyk. I truly do.
So,
Somebody paid me cash money to make chicken noises, like I'd do in a heartbeat. Be like, y'all be the best goddamn chicken you ever heard.
the movie where they're two rednecks in the woods and they're like, all these kids are killing themselves. What the fuck was that?
Dale and Tucker
Tucker and
versus
Dale.
Evil.
Yeah,
Evil and Tucker versus Evil. Fucking masterpiece.
Great movie.
I haven't seen it.
Yes.
Sorry.
No,
I
it's a
haven't.
good movie.
Just
Really
please watch it.
good. I recommend it.
It is
Alan
very much
Tudyk's
worth
good
checking
about
out.
anything.
Yes.
I haven't seen anything with him in it I didn't like. Like I really liked him in A Knight's Tale because that's one of my favorite movies. Even though that started a fucking fight apparently in trade chat one day, so that was fun.
It's always funny when like just the smallest thing creates this massive argument. Like,
Oh yeah.
God,
Well-
I can't come up with a good thing now, but
But we just had one.
Star Wars.
We just had a bit
Batman
of
doesn't do that. He's a hero. That created a lot of shit.
I literally went to I was in trade chat in Orgrimmar one day and like somebody was talking about Knight's Tale and I was like, oh, I love that movie. It's a fucking great movie. And then people were just like, you think that's a great movie? I was like, yeah, it's got a pretty cool soundtrack and the jousting's really cool. And like, oh my god, you shouldn't gotta fucking believe it.
Can you
I was like,
believe this chump over here not saying that fucking Black Knight with Martin Lawrence is the superior movie? What a
It is,
fucking
though.
loser, right?
It is
Black
though.
Knight. Hey, Black Knight was nothing but race baiting propaganda. A kid on King Arthur's court is where it's at.
Mhm.
Because Black Knight was nothing but just that was made by the League of Cucks to promote their BBC agenda. And I'm not
Was
talking
it?
about the British part. That's exactly what it is.
Okay. How about
They're
this?
like, you know,
The better
Ball-
one is fucking
Ball-
Army of Darkness.
is it ball? What's it? Fuck, I can't think today.
It's quite late at night.
Ah,
Never
take
ending
your time.
story. Never ending story. That's all I'm gonna say.
What's wrong with Neverending Story? Wait, how did we get here?
yeah. I feel like we should
we're talking
steer
about,
the
like,
topic
I-
back
I
on the
think-
fluffy.
Okay, fair. I just think that they're closely related because there's knights and horses and shit involved.
I'm just saying, if we do a Bomba Pixar flick, we got to resurrect the ghost of David Bowie to do the voice. That's it. Shut up.
Oh,
We're done.
Well, it's not Bomba's voice. It's literally just Bomba's like inner monologue.
David
What is
Bowie's
it?
not a ghost. He just went home. Everyone knows this.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly.
I want his inner monologue to be like Morgan Freeman or just something really regal sounding and just like
I mean-
Jeremy
the water.
Irons. Jeremy Irons a la Scar.
No,
Okay.
I imagine a Gilbert Godfrey.
Oh, you know who we
When
we
I
could
was a
probably
young
include David.
Fluffy, I always looked out the window.
All right,
Oh my
everyone. I'm afraid I need to go on. I need to head off on a grand adventure
Yeah, let me go back.
to find the point of this fucking conversation.
Yuta is
So I'm
going
gonna
to
go
a nice
find it.
farm upstate.
All right.
That's me.
Later,
It's been a
Goodbye,
man.
pleasure.
Mutagen.
Good night,
I wish I
bud.
could
Work on
stay
your
here for the
quest.
whole thing.
Be good, friend.
Keep drawing Bomba. It's great. I'll probably draw Bomba.
Oh,
And
thank you. You know what?
Nice.
I'm really happy that I was able to, do stuff for the community and draw stuff. Like, I'll definitely be doing more Bomba stuff soon.
Nice.
I want to try to draw more abuse, but like my brand of abuse, I want to use my little character, like my little icon character, in it more. But I don't know who wants to see a random patchcord faced man smacking a Fluffy with a wooden club.
You'd
That
be
you
surprised.
Well, there you have it.
You
that's
Really
don't
not.
always have to do
So-
physical. You could always do mental abuse.
yeah.
That is an untapped well.
The
Actually,
important
personally,
thing is
what
if
I
you put
consider
it on the
more
board,
untapped
there's
is hot
somebody wants to
dogs.
whack their pud to it.
Anyways,
Yeah.
draw fluffies, hug your parents, buy gold, bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, Mugen.
Bye.
care.
Hours of drugs, don't do sleep, and stay in school, kids.
Now I got to drag us back around to this whole the inner monologue voice for Bomba because I kind of like that Gilbert Gottfried idea.
Oh, because I always imagined Bomba, if they could speak, having this like really scratching, like kind of throaty noise. Like I wanted to. I'm planning on doing a comic soon
Um.
where it's like Bomba's owner and Bomba's just sitting there and starts screaming, and the guest is like, "Why is your Fluffy screaming?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, that Bomba's just having a heart attack. Don't worry, he'll get over it."
Yeah, he'll be good in a minute.
Yeah, he'll be
Just let
fine.
him die and come back. We got a little defibrillator built into him. It's great.
He'll get to the end of the tunnel and he'll turn around. It's okay. He always does a Yui.
He'll always
Yeah.
come back and say something about Gaddy said I could have skitties. Something like that, you know.
Okay. You know what? I've had like such bad art block the past week, but I will 100% make a Bomba comic that has like Bomba's inner monologue, just so you can do that fucking Gilbert Godfrey voice over it.
I will totally be
so I
happy
could
to
voice
do
this.
I'll,
I could actually take this and voice this and put it on YouTube.
yeah.
Oh
So,
hell
okay.
yeah!
Okay.
Well,
we
hadn't
could-
like knocked it out of the park with that Gilbert Godfrey. I was
Oh
gonna
yeah!
say, what
Your
if he was?
impression is amazing.
Thank you,
like,
thank
what-
you.
I was suggest like I was like, I'll voice him. I'll voice him as Titus Armstrong, and we'll see what happens.
I also like. Sorry if I'm going off topic, but I have like so many just like unfinished stories that I'm probably never gonna finish. Like I wanted to do. You know what I feel like is an untapped. I don't want to say genre, but yeah, genre is like
Okay.
underground black market designer fluffy trade.
Mm.
Actually, it's a
See
pretty interesting idea. I had
It used to be a
alluded
bit
to
more
it at
popular.
some point.
That's why we have the whole some colors are worthless.
Mm.
It's like
Yeah.
most-
Yeah.
because basically people are always trying to get like the more exotic colors or the like mixed ones. Like if it looked like an MLP character, that would sell to the bronies.
Oh
If
yeah.
it
Yeah,
looked like
exactly.
something, if it looked like it was like tan with red hair, you could sell it to Pokemon. People say it's a Ponyta, shit like that. They're looking for anything that looks like a character you can
Yeah,
market.
but my sort of idea was taking it a step further because I did a piece where it was like the designer fluffy breeds. I think it was like monochrome, the 6-legged hexapede, and then like the rainbow shines. Those are the ones that could cost like tons of money.
Oh yeah.
And I had this idea, this concept for a story where it's basically this kind of black market fluffy smuggling ring that runs out of like a fluffy dog fighting area. And their goal is that they have like this really rare I really want to make a Kieran or a Kieran
Oh,
fluffy.
yeah. I want to see
Like
that.
Monster Hunter Kieran or the weird
I
Chinese
think
Kieran.
I actually drew that because there was like a little project that happened towards the end of mine. It was called Invasion of Where? It was some Asian place. Basically, we got a new user who was from Asia. I don't
Mhm.
remember specifically where. And he basically wanted to do his own Fall of Cleveland that happened in Asia. So he commissioned me to draw a whole bunch of Asian themed like monsters. I think a Kirin was one of them. It had like the food
Yeah, a
monsters,
Kirin-
it had a bunch of other shit.
You had a food dog in there. I remember that one. 'Cause he had
Yeah,
a little,
a food dog
curly
fluffy I
mane.
think would be pretty cool, but
Wait. You mean?
Kieran's I think would
Do you mean from Jake, American Dragon Jake Long, Food Dog, or?
yeah, well they're all just kind of like monsters or mythological things in Chinese culture.
Okay.
Specifically, Andy, the thing we're talking about. Have you ever seen the lions that have their one paw on like the ball that usually
Yeah.
on,
Yes.
the front of a stairwell or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a true
that kind
dog.
of shit.
Oh, okay.
Kieran's like, I've always had this sort of thing in the back of my mind of like, you know what? If they could make fluffy ponies, they could totally cash in on like How to Train Your Dragon fans and make
Yes.
like mini dragons. So the Kieran is sort of like the in between phase.
Hmm.
But like when I'm talking about designer Kieran fluffies, there's only like basically for what I have, there's only like 10 Kierans in the world, and one sold to like some random guy in the Chinese government for like $10 million. Like that's the price I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But you know, when you say Kirins, the first thing that came to my mind was that Kirins were in MLP at one point.
Yeah, I think
They
were.
were in the later seasons.
Yeah, I think they were in MLP.
Yeah, they
I'm
ended up
kinda
adding it in
stuck
later on.
I'm stuck on the idea of like the little How to Train Your Dragons dragon flying around. I just imagine them as like wall-eyed geckos climbing on the wall, and you're
Oh,
just like,
that's
"Come on,
absolutely-
Toothless, let's fly!" And he just kind of like falls on the floor.
Oh,
I
that's
just imagine
absolutely
them
how they are. They
like-
cannot fly for shit, but like they're literal. I cannot talk today. They're just like boy-oriented fluffies. You know how with every toy line they make the girl targeted version, they make the boy targeted version.
Yeah,
It's
and
literally
the
the
exact
same fucking
toy.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, they're like a camo designer fluffy.
Oh, a
Like
camo designer military fluffy.
military fluff. He says,
Ah,
"Watcher,
that
watcher."
is just asking for way too much violence.
Yeah.
You have the fluffy shaved down all but just like a little bit of fluff left for a beard. Just selling his Action Hank.
Fluff.
He comes with a little stuffy friend of moist Mosin Nugget. He says, "This Sam fluffy moist nugget." That one
Now
really
with
like
killer
it.
Cub, you hook rip.
I want to see the military fluffies being sold like at 26% interest. So it's just like, guys in boot camp buying them like Camaros, and it's just,
Oh,
I'll never be out of debt.
absolutely.
That's fine. I'm marrying this 19-year-old. Everything's gonna be fine.
It's like the equivalent of it's like the bio toy equivalent of like a Hummer. It's like the civilian military fluffy.
All right, so what's your name again? Fuck, Ranger 9.
Rescue
Sorry.
9.
Rescue 9. My apologies. I've been
Damn, dude.
drawn and getting into it.
Damn.
I have the worst memory. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I do too.
All right, I need to go into our next caller because we have quite a glut of them. So is there
Oh
anything you'd
yeah,
like
I
to
saw. But again, thank you so much for having me on the call, Virgil. Thank you so much for asking me to do the little announcement. Hopefully, I'll be able to, pop in on the next FluffCast. Just kind of talk to all the people in the waiting room, and I'll keep making content. Hope you guys have a good day.
You too.
Oh yeah,
have a
dude.
good day.
Thanks for
Bye-bye.
coming by.
Thank
Thank
Of
you
course.
very, very much.
Bye, guys.
Appreciate you.
Later.
So I've got a $100 suggestion right here, and I feel like this is the way to go. Bring in
Yeah.
all the other callers, let them fight to the death, see what happens.
All right.
You know what? Yeah,
all right.
fuck yeah.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'll tell you what.
What?
I'm sorry. I was like, they can fight me, and whoever gets by me, they can give it. Like, it'll be fun.
All right. How are they gonna get by you?
Not very well.
All right.
Say
So
that.
what? How are you gonna block them? I'm all for it. I'm all for getting it, but
With these hands.
with
I hope these motherfuckers speak sign language, because all they're gonna see are hands.
Okay. Let's bring in all the callers then.
Oh, Jesus. Edge.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh,
I
oh,
literally said, let's
Yeah,
bring in all the
hello.
callers.
Yeah.
I literally
Light
said,
it up,
bring in
callers.
everybody. So,
Dance in the
uh,
Coliseum.
all right.
Okay.
Let there be blood.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Thunderdome. If you'd like to talk about fluffy ponies,
Two
you
men
better
and
fucking start.
1 minute leaves.
Okay.
Okay.
I was
I was
thinking
in
we
the
could
middle of
like organize a bit, and we could like go one by one. The new callers. So
That's
Blueberry
cute.
first.
That's cute of you to think that that's how this is going down.
Right.
I'm barely understanding anything you're saying.
I'm embracing the fucking chaos here. Fucking have at it, guys. Have at it, guys.
Oh my god.
I'm in the middle of drawing skulls.
Blueberry, tell me about your favorite fluffy pony.
I don't have one. I'd say probably avocado though.
He's
You
lost the
find a new god.
Thunderdome.
Find
All
a new
fluffies
god.
exist.
All right.
Fluffy lives matter.
Racketail, talk to me.
Oh, he
Okay,
does
wait,
that.
Racketail's cool, actually. Racketail, you're pretty cool. I know this guy.
Oh yeah.
All right, Rose T, welcome to the Thunderdome. How you doing tonight?
Hello.
Oh,
I'm
Hello.
God,
alive.
that's loud. That's loud.
I'm
I love
sorry.
your stuff, by the way, Rose.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I suck at making normal fluffies, so I just make their legs way too long, and it kind of works.
Could you post?
I like
And it
it.
works.
Could you
I
post
like
one?
it.
Could you post one of your fluffies? I'll put up on stream.
Yeah, hold on.
All right,
Where
post
the
it on like
fuck
commentary.
is Sunday. Sunday, come here. Does that work? Because everybody seems to like Sunday for whatever fucking reason.
All right, and
I don't know who Sunday is, but let's do this.
and Ulysses Flag, speak to me.
Hello.
Jesus Christ, why are these people so loud?
Jeez.
They're excited to be here.
They are very excited. It's the FluffCast.
It's like this is like some people's Disneyland. It's kind of sad and like there's a lot less diddling than there is at Disneyland, but you know what? Disneyland.
But you know
There-
what?
you may-
It still had
Go ahead.
the small world ride.
Hey, you know
It's
what?
kinda-
It's definitely better than Disneyland here
Yeah.
because we don't try to sell you anything.
Yeah, exactly.
We,
It's
we
true.
may beg for money
it's
a hell of a lot, but we don't sell you shit.
Please
Uh,
don't
And
do
children
You're
don't.
waiting 5 hours in a queue for 2 minutes of a ride.
If
I'm
you
not- I'm not
you
gonna-
guys got double diamond platinum, I'm just saying you'd have a lot more content.
That's right. If you buy a Funkshire plushie right now, you can have Racketail's hair.
Ah, hell
What?
yeah.
Oh,
If you squeeze the belly on the Funkshire plushie, it says "Don't
Oh,
touch
you
me,
gotta-
damn it."
you gotta pay me first.
The way
We'll
everyone
touch the
was
flesh,
talking
damn it.
about EA, and then next thing you know, you just bring that up, and now it's just all came flashing back.
By the way,
Whoa!
Ulysses, is it like nighttime for you down there in Britain?
Yeah, it's 2 in the morning.
Oh,
Ow.
No,
See,
I'm.
this is kind of nice. Like we have him from Britain. Like we had Aichi from Scotland, so we were just kind of always used to. Oh my mate, how you going to be today? he sounds like nice and charming, like a cool dude. Or Aichi just kind of made me think, like, holy shit, stereotypes exist for a reason.
I had a
Yeah.
guy who just you couldn't understand him. He was Scottish. He was just like, "Oh, I had my
He
like some
must be
August
from-
of my."
He must have been from Dundee. That's all I'm saying.
He's probably speaking like this. Hurkin, durkin, virkin.
I was just working out of Edinburgh last week, mate.
That makes me think of fucking Swedish Chef. That was a majestic night.
Yeah, but we've done that one too many times on the FluffCast. We can't go into
It's
this
true.
again.
We can't go about it, but every time I hear Hernger, I just get all nostalgic and like I look off and I'm like, I was young once back when we used to fuck around with other podcasts, and now I'm sitting here and everybody thinks I'm some old man who just shows up and tries to be funny, but it's more
Now
like
we're like the death proof phonies of the website. We're the ones that get mad in the comments and people say, "Shut up, old man," and post the Geritol martini at us. Damn it!
I'm still young at heart, damn it. I draw
Wait,
waifus.
Funk,
It's not creepy.
How old are you, Funk?
Old enough to not be here, but
Right?
no,
Still.
honestly, if I will go ahead and say I am currently 34 years old.
That's not bad.
I've got you beat.
They're not bad. It's still young.
I'm
See, how long have we been doing this? We've been doing this for like 8 years. So
Yeah,
I was like 26, living by myself on a fucking shitty dorm.
Please, no. I'm 26 right now. It's the last thing I
Also,
need to hear.
on that note, I just don't really have any other way to wedge this into the conversation without using a crowbar to do it.
Okay.
This seemed like the natural time to bring it up. I remember years and years ago, whenever I had posted the one story that I do have on the new website, actually, the Pokey Little Fluffy, just a rewrite of the Pokey Little Puppy book.
Okay.
I remember I had posted that, and we had our single oldest confirmed member on the website pop in and say, "Oh, I remembered this book. I read this to my oldest who turns 40 this year." Fucking what? Somebody's grandma is on fucking Fluffy Pony? Huh?
Wait. That actually, there's actually a channel of this this geek grandpa or something who did a video on the Fluffy community.
There is.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
There was a user on the old site named Simpfan, Simpfan, and they used to be, just floating around. And every now and then we would talk to them in the comments. And I remember reaching out to them at one point and asking, "How old are you?" And they're like, "I'm, 60s."
Jesus.
Like, wow, holy shit, we have someone's grandparents on here. Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like
Gotta-
it is like I don't feel old, but sometimes I worry because I'm like, man, by the time I'm good, and I'm gonna be sitting here like at 40 drawing waifus. Is that creepy? It's like I don't think it's
No,
creepy.
no, it's not creepy.
It's like I
The
don't
thing
know.
is,
No,
Until you get the FBI knocking on your door.
here's the one way. Here's the one guaranteed way. You know you're old when you get up from a chair and you make noise. Do you do that? When you get up, do you go, oh?
I don't do that, and I probably will here in a minute because I've been sitting with my leg under me. So when I go to get up, I'm probably gonna fall on the floor because my foot's asleep. And I'll
Oh,
just
I
lay
hate
there for
that.
a minute, and I'll curse God and Buddha and like whoever in the hell else wants to listen for a minute.
right?
Tom Cruise.
God, Buddha, Pazuzu, one of you fuckers owes me a favor. Come on.
All
I
right.
saved you from that
Uh,
Chinese restaurant and
all
put you in my bathroom.
I've gotta bring the conversation back to our call-ins now.
Of course,
Unfortunately,
we get
so
distracted.
so Blueberry, or as known in other circles, Patam. What do you do for the fluffy community?
Draw.
What kind of stuff do you draw?
Mainly hug box, but I'm planning on doing more abuse.
Now you focus on the hug box. Is there a particular reason for that? It's just that where the creative process went.
Fluffies are cute.
Fluffies are cute, and someone had to say it. It's a bit of a
Yes.
controversial statement, but fluffies are cute. Wake
They
up,
should be
okay?
cute.
Wake up.
They are
They had to be
exactly
cute.
Actually, I would say that they have to be. Otherwise, they'll be hate goats.
Right.
That's the whole point of hate goats. Hate goats was to show that if fluffies weren't cute, then what's the point?
So do you, now, Blueberry, which art program do you use for your drawing, or do you take traditional pen and paper?
Procreate.
Excuse me?
Sorry,
Procreate.
procreate.
Oh, that's a program.
It's an art program.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, that's another word as well.
Oh man.
We were all about to just say, hey, you can say fuck on here. We're big boys and girls, right?
Like you could just say fucking. I mean, well, I don't know. You don't sound old enough to go into detail, so let's hold off on that.
God, Procreate though.
You just need to
That's
say the horizontal monster mash.
that's a new one. That's a new one.
By the way, but the name of the program is Procreate, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could you post some art in what's it called commentary so I can put it up on stream if you're comfortable with that?
I think. Fuck, what do I use on my iPad? I think I use Procreate.
Oh right, that's the Oh, right. I don't know why I thought.
It's a decent program. It just takes some getting used to.
God, I thought they were just getting uppity with. I genuinely thought you were just getting uppity with me.
Class way of saying to go fuck yourself. Is
Yeah.
Procreate yourself, my dude.
Yeah, that's what
But
I
I,
thought.
That's what I use on my
Oh, could be
iPad. It's
auto-Pinterest.
definitely not bad.
So obviously you call.
Honestly.
So all other callers, please feel free to jump into the conversation if you'd like to. But Blueberry, tell me, you called in for a raisin. Now what was that? What did you want to talk about? What did you want to bring up?
I honestly just wanted to talk.
It's okay. I'm here for you.
Yeah, we're here for you. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's not your fault.
Listen,
It's
King.
not
The
your
accident
fault.
was 5 years ago. It's okay. You can
Listen,
move on.
You
King.
you
We're
have
all
to let go.
lonely.
She's not thinking about you, King. You can go to sleep.
I got a question
about
for
my
all
brother,
the. Sorry, I got a question for all the new callers and for all the callers that we have currently right now. How did each one of you discover fluffies? And it's okay if you
Subreddit.
probably to click.
Again,
The click.
Who's gonna
Click,
go
click.
first?
You're up, Ulysses. How'd you get into fluffies?
Let's see. Here's how it all went down. So I was just scrolling through Reddit on Noah Get the Boat, and I came across. I'll have to bring it up in the commentary thing for it, but it was of an image by Great White Nope. Oh, for Christ's sake! It was an image by Great White Nope. If you remember him.
Noah Get the Boat sounds like the place you'd run across that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Totally. It is.
Yes, that's how I came across it. I guarantee you, there's always someone there posting fluffies at some point, one way or another. Probably,
yeah.
it's like a monthly thing. Someone posts at least one work of fluffies getting tortured or something.
Sounds
It's
like
like
I
a
still
monthly
think it-
thing.
Oh, sorry, good.
Where is it? Oh shit! I just went past it. Right, here it is. Where's it work? Where's it work?
I was gonna say, I still think it's the most beautiful part of the Fluffy Pony fandom is the irony that everyone looks at the art and posts it elsewhere and goes, "Oh my god, these people are fucking sick." And most of us here are not only generally amicable people, we own pets and love animals.
Yeah.
Like almost all of us, yes.
Disagree.
Yeah. I live on a farm too, so I have to love my animals.
I've
Exactly.
run
That's
farms.
so much.
I have run farms and I loved it.
Like you would
I
assume
touched a
everyone
horse
draws their
once. It was great.
Fuck off.
Ridden horses before.
Here it is.
I know how fluffy.
I raised horses. Shit.
I've had to know a cow biblically because artificial insemination's weird.
Yeah.
Alright, I found the
Yeah.
image. I found the image. It's
Which-
coming up now.
Which never made sense to me. I always had the biggest hands. I'm like, what? This is gonna hurt that poor cow. I was like, look at my little brother over there. Put his ass on this here. My granddad's like, no, you got the longest arms.
Poor cow is looking around going, "Are you at least gonna buy me dinner first? Like, can't you call me pretty?"
I gave her cheese crackers. That was the only way to keep her from kicking the shit out of me. That's something they don't warn you about.
Okay, so sorry.
I'm sorry,
Lucy.
Lucius. Go ahead.
So I found the image. It's in the commentary thing now. Of this was the image I found that got me into the thing. I spent like all night reading up on what the fuck these things are. And I even spent all day as well. The website was a bit dodgy, so I avoided that at first. But over time, I started coming to it. It was being alright, and then the whole website crashed. Not crashed, went down. Then the new website went up, and it was just, oh boy, it was one hell of a ride.
Just have to
Yeah,
ring
it
the bell.
was.
Being a
I'm upset
moderator,
the guru was
trying to
taken
become a
from us.
moderator on the Reddit.
I never got to experience the ball.
It was pretty sketchy, honestly.
The Buru is so for those of you who never experienced the Buru, it was probably the most vile, disgusting, hate-filled website I've ever been a part of.
Even 4chan?
The thing is, I was never personally involved in 4chan. I've got stories about that. It's not important. Two, a lot of the people on the brew came from 4chan.
Yeah. Hey there.
Yes,
How
that's
are
true.
you?
All I'm gonna say,
I'm from the co-board myself.
the
Comics and
brew was
Cartoons
nasty
board.
enough that I generally put like a condom on my Ethernet port before I plugged it in, and it still got shit on there, and I was like, damn it.
Yeah. It was just okay. So the people that I met through this unfortunate, very strange website, some of the best people I've ever known. Funk, Menthol, fucking Santanon, just honest to God, good people.
You guys belong in an anime.
That being said, diamonds among the rough. The rough being
Pretty goddamn
pretty,
rough.
Yeah, it was
pretty
rough.
fucking rough. Pretty fucking rough, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like, go ahead, Menthol. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I won't go into too many specifics here because obviously this is not gonna be friendly for our stream. But for those that are interested in commentary, there's an example of how bad shit got on the board sometimes. Somebody got doxxed, and fan art was made of that person from those doxed elements just to say, fuck you, it's in the rules now. Let me post it so I can mess with this person.
Oh God,
No,
I remember
that's
that.
not how that works.
I fucking
You're
remember
not-
that. Oh my
That
God.
image
Yeah.
on the right.
Yeah. Somebody posted that and was like, "Oh, okay, so it's got fluffies in it. Can we just do this? Can I fucking spam this shit?" No, you're not allowed to do that. That's doxing, dude. But it's got fluffies though.
Yeah, no, that particular. Okay, so the story, that particular individual was, one, a lady.
Okay.
Which did not help her case, and this was a different. I appreciate how welcoming and open and accommodating and accepting this new iteration of the fucking fluffy community is.
It's a lot better now.
It's a lot better. It's a lot better.
More organized.
The fluffy buru was very much so the old 4chan B mindset, where grill, we must find grill.
tits or get the fuck out. Oh, you posted tits? Cool, get the fuck out.
So this person, and trust me, I am very, very positive when it comes to that aspect of humanity. But this person had some images online that would maybe be not considered not safe for work.
Yeah, we still have those saved over here because of moderator shit from back in the day.
Yeah. Someone found them, and through finding them, found their real name, like where they lived, a whole lot of personal information, and there was some very unfortunate things that came from that. And I distinctly remember that, and it was one of those, we actually talked in DMs.
Yep.
And it was very like they seemed like honestly a decent person that
Yeah,
was
no, she was
just
fine.
like, yeah,
We chatted with her a bunch, and she was totally like just a normal ass person. Didn't ask for none of that shit.
yeah, no, it was totally unfair what happened, but it happened because the old brew was a cesspit of fucking just degenerates and fucking neckbeards and just fucking all sorts of bad.
Yeah, like it was just shitty behavior beget shitty behavior.
Yes.
Until everybody's just sick of it. And that was kind of what we had to juggle. There was no getting rid of that behavior. No. No, it's mitigation only. That's how we do things here. That's why the new brew is a hell of a lot better than the old one.
You know
I
what?
have to say that, but we're not exactly a boo. Fluffy community is not exactly a boo. It's
the same thing.
this
It's the same thing. Tomato, tomato.
That's splitting hairs.
Yeah. It's
You
just
know
like
what?
technically you're not a wiki, you're a .fandom, but you're a wiki.
You're a sad collection of ads. That's all. That's all a wiki fandom is. It's like a sad collection of ads, and every once in a while there's a JPEG of what you're looking for.
Also, a lot of 9/11 jokes back on the old brew, weirdly enough.
Oh god, so many. So fucking
That was
many.
very weird.
I mean, they're pretty funny. I think it just
Okay, to be
became
fair, yeah,
funny.
they were pretty funny.
Like, and that's
some of them were good.
dude. I'm 10 minutes away from New York. I thought they were funny.
That's how we got a lot of good shit, like the mistakes and the miracles stuff going on, like that, the 9/11 jokes, like that got
Yeah.
rough for a minute.
It's just and then it was very and granted, I have not I have kind of what's the word? I have lurked on this new community, this fluffy community. I haven't made an
Yeah.
account yet. I probably won't.
You know,
but it
So
does
how do you
seem
find the kibbles?
it seems a lot more. And God bless today's kids. That's all I'm gonna say.
I will say
That's good to hear.
I will say this is just a funny bit that I found in my folders while I was digging through it. Hey Andy,
Yo,
we have a pretty good illustration here that you were involved in.
oh,
As-
was I?
where it was kind
Oh
of-
my god, that's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That's the
I found
one.
it.
Oh my god.
That's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's-
Jesus.
That's the
Shady
bad.
Smarty.
I don't know if I can post that on the. I can't post that on the fucking stream. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
okay.
I- I
35
did
foot
find
classic
it.
right there.
Andy,
What
I
I
got one
will
question for
say
you.
is
Wasn't this drawn by Shady Smarty?
I don't know who drew that.
It
Look,
was.
I
It was
it
done by
was
Shady
Shady
Smarty.
Smarty.
I printed
It
it
was.
out and I wrote that. That's my handwriting to Mixer Mike with love, Fluffy Buru. All right, Flaffy. I remember thinking in my head reading it Flaffy Buru, and I was like, oh, that's weirdo. That's my little thumb on the right side. Let me get this in the fucking live stream here. Who's drawing the background? One sec. God, that was again. I looked at him and I just couldn't do it, man. He was a sad and his panel sucked too. My friends went to it and I was like, "Hey, how's the Mixer Mike panel?" And they were like, "He didn't have anything to say." People would ask him a question, he'd go, "Yeah, I guess. I don't know." He's just an uncharismatic person, you know. He's one of those introverted
He
artists.
is.
I don't
He
know.
just doesn't have the bounce.
it's probably a good thing for the universe at large that I was never a brony or really interested in MLP, because I don't fucking care. I'll go up to these people like in front of 500 people and be like, "Hey, so Fluffy Burrow says hi. What do you say about that, huh?"
Yeah,
buddy?
but are you gonna hand him a fucking picture of his decapitated oaks?
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely. I would give no shits. I would want to. Okay, so here's the thing. Like, with people like that, and coming from the fandoms that I've been involved with, it is sometimes important to bring the popular people down a peg or two and
Yeah,
remind
I
them.
mean,
that
alright.
You got to remind them they're just fuckers. You're just another fucker.
Yeah.
That's true.
hey man, just because your Patreon's doing good doesn't mean you're above the rest
okay,
of us.
okay,
You're
okay.
still paying your rent.
I witnessed. I get it, but at the same time, this is Mixer Mike. He's kind of pathetic. I don't mean to be mean. I don't know.
You know what? That would not stop
You-
me.
You'll learn like I've learned this. I'm sure it's happened to other people. You meet some really pathetic people on the internet, especially when you're like drawing and shit. I've had people contact me via Twitter because they got mad that I was drawing Hex Maniac with her tits out, and I was like, "The fuck are you on about?" I literally got a message. It was like, "Hey man, I saw you drew Hex Maniac, and could you not draw her in such a provocative pose?"
Oh,
That's
wait,
my
was
was
like,
cat.
this on Twitter?
I was like, what do
All
you,
the
well,
drama
Oh
are you
no,
an ass
Twitter's
man?
full of people like that now, but instead of just saying politely, now they just threaten to dox you and your entire family over drawing someone you ever so slightly with like the boob out.
I'm
See,
just like, good luck. I'm a wizard.
that's the beautiful thing is if they doxed me, they would literally get nothing from me.
So what did you get from Funk? It's like, well, we found out he spends an awful lot of money at Pizza Hut.
I mean, with people like Funk and a lot of other cats on here, there's a fair number of people I would say. In most cases, if somebody tries to dox you, fuck it, cut them off at the pass. Throw your docs out there for them. 612 Wharf Avenue, motherfucker, come fight me. Let's go.
It's like square up outside.
Now,
I'll meet you in the Walmart parking lot.
Is that 612 Wharf Avenue, right next to the Gentleman's Club?
That's the one. Come get
All
some.
right.
Come to me at the back of a Denny's. Come on. We're doing it. We're doing it Tumblr style.
We'll go to the back of the Denny's, right
We're
next
gonna
to
do
the
what the
Best
Tumblr
Buy.
always promised to
Yeah.
go to the back of the Denny's and just duke it out.
We'll
The
go to the
Josh
back of the
reunion
Denny's
before the
next to the Best
Jeff
Buy.
Everything
reunion.
always happens at Denny's. Everything
Yeah, we'll have
always
a
happens.
gentleman's duel out by the dumpsters, and whoever loses just gets buried in the dumpster, and
Yep.
the winner goes home.
Look,
Yeah.
And then
if we
becomes
fight at
the
Denny's,
thing. It's
we're
called
fighting
a
at Denny's. I'm
street
gonna have
fight,
home field
kids.
advantage because I got my that family of raccoons I fed like I threw like a eggs over my hammy to, and like now they're sworn to me with a life debt. It's like Wookiees, but you know, with rabies.
All I've got is pigeons.
Pigeons are good.
I got my chicken
Pigeons
right.
are good because I can get extra revenge by coaxing them to shit on the cars.
So
Jesus
I
Christ.
will see your pigeons and I will raise you. I had to play tug of war with a manatee.
Florida?
Remember that? That was cute as fuck.
It
Oh,
was the most goddamn adorable thing ever. And holy fuck, manatees, as far as intelligence go, up there with fluffies.
Speaking of
Wait,
sure
doc-
it's up there,
wait,
you mean
time out.
down there.
Time out.
Down there with fluffies. Yeah.
I was about
No,
to
I
say
don't
there,
I don't think
buddy.
there's very much up about them.
I was gonna say, speaking
on.
of doxing and all that, and fighting people outside of Denny's and what have you, there's an old user that I don't know how much he contributed on the brew, but he contributed a
much.
lot to our hearts because Ted Scheckler was a fucking champion.
I think I
He
say
was an
Krampus.
OG.
No,
If there
Ted,
was ever, oh,
Oh, good.
sorry, if there was ever a use of the term certified hood classic, that would fit Ted Scheckler in a heartbeat.
yeah, Ted Scheckler didn't commit overall to a lot of the canon of the brew, but like I said, we all remember the dude pretty well because of how memorable the motherfucker was with the story I'm about to tell. Ted Scheckler once related to us a hookup story, if you will.
Woof.
Tommy got some booty,
I'm
which
getting a little bit
proceeded,
of fur on the belt. Sorry.
yeah, he proceeded to start out with. So I met this amputee chick at a gun show, right?
This anti what?
This amputee chick at a gun show. She
All
had
right.
one leg.
Oh, okay, okay.
So we met her at a gun show. They hit it off. They decide to slip off and get them some private time. Go neck on lookout point or whatever the fuck the kids are calling it these days.
Gonna get that stump job.
Their version of that was apparently, according to Ted, slipping off behind the Best Buy, which is right next to a hardware store. The Best Buy dumpster was the cleanest out of the group, and he proceeded to throw the cardboard boxes out, line it with some carpet swatches from the one next to it, and yeah, they both just crawled inside for a good old fashioned roll in the trash bags.
What?
Made himself a nice little dumpster fuck nest and just went to town on the poor amputee girl.
And
I
shortly
mean, that
after he
sounds like
told us,
your average fluffy how they
Yeah.
make, that just sounds about right. That's just how they do it.
But
That's how
shortly
they
after
get it
this
down,
living
yeah.
legend told us about this, he just up and vanished. And we've
Oh.
never been able to find the guy to this day. So, Ted, if you're out there listening to this, holler at us, boy. We miss you.
You've never left our hearts.
I think the worst thing
Imagine
about
Ted on the
people just,
podcast.
just
They went
vanishing
off and
like
got
that.
married.
I think the worst thing about people just vanishing like that is that you don't know what's happened to them. Like for all
Yeah.
they could have won the lottery, everything's going good, or for all you know, they could have just been in a car accident.
But like Mr.
yeah.
Paint,
Yeah.
we talked about on here before, Mr. Paint got in a car crash and lost his memory. And then he found Fluffy
God.
Pony stuff on his laptop, came back to the board and was like, apparently I used to hang out here. I don't really know. I don't remember anything. And then he up and disappeared again. So we're terrified the motherfucker might be dead.
He must have forgotten to breathe
Yeah.
or some shit. We don't know where the hell he is.
We don't
Yeah,
know.
because he hung out with us for a while, and then out of the blue, it just stopped.
Okay, I didn't know about the whole Mr. Pain situation and having amnesia.
Yeah.
Yeah, he literally, like, if I remember correctly, he went over the handlebars on the motorcycle and basically landed on his head.
Yeah, somebody clipped his back tire whenever he was driving past him, and it just threw his ass out. And somehow he got enough of a brain injury that it caused just total amnesia for certain parts, and that was one of them.
And that
I'm
was
going
that
to
was-
post Mr. Paint, by the way. Hold on. The story of Smokey.
And
But
Mr.
yeah, stuff
Paint was
like
a
that.
trip.
Like you
That,
said,
Yeah,
that
he
was
was.
that
never know what
entire
happened.
thing was a trip.
We were all like, yeah, you're fucking with us, man. Don't be coming here making up stories. Like, you're Mr. Pain. Everybody knows Mr. Pain. He's like, no, I literally have no recollection of this. It was on my laptop. Why am I here?
But man, you making shit up. I wish I was. I wouldn't be having to relearn how to walk and type if I was.
Exactly.
I'm dead ass serious.
Jesus
I'm working
Christ.
on wiping my ass next week.
But yeah, we
I know that one artist did a tribute to Mr. Paint, and I wrote my own tribute to the guy as well.
People writing tributes
Although I
about
did
Mr.
the
Paint?
fan art. Yeah, there's one artist did a picture as a tribute to Mr. Paint, and that was because I wrote a story as a tribute to Mr. Paint. So she read that story and she drew the pic as a tribute to Bob and Smokey. Hold a minute while I get it.
Smokey loves crunchy grassies.
I think it just comes to show you that anything can happen.
Oh
So
yeah.
let's cherish what we got. Like we got a little we got a little messed up community, but you know what? Let's cherish it. One day it's here, one day it gets deleted because what happened to the Boro anyway?
Virgil.
It's a long
What?
story. It's a really long story.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'll just link the whole story. I'll just
It's
link the
gone.
story for you all
It's
to
gone.
read.
It was never
Yeah,
there.
let's just say it never existed. It's a figment of your imagination.
Yeah.
It's much
Well,
easier.
yeah, long story made short,
It's a
somebody got
very long story
disillusioned
to go
with
into what happened to it. Anyway, here's the picture that Red drew of Bob and Smokey as a tribute to the artist, and that was after she read the story I wrote. The story is part of the Sam Adams guide. Hold on a moment.
God.
Oh, it's
Let's
this
see.
guy.
So, let me see here.
But yeah, no, I like the new
Goodness
system on the board
gracious.
where you can reach out to people and shoot them emails and shit back and forth and correspond a little bit easier than you could on the old Boru.
Was that a thing? We couldn't send messages on the Boo, right?
Yes, you
Or-
could.
You
No,
could,
you
you
could.
could. It
You
just
could send private messages.
No, could. Not can, but could.
No,
that a
you
thing?
can. You can.
That's
You
what I'm
could-
saying.
You can.
Wait.
Yeah, you
yeah.
can and you could both. It's
Oh,
just back
oh,
in the day,
okay.
it was a shittier system. Nowadays,
Oh,
you can keep
okay, okay.
correspondence open.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, it just goes to show you, like, if you strike up a certain rapport with someone in the comments section or on the Boru and you happen to like their shit, hey, maybe reach out to them. You might make a friend.
Yep, you never know.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it right now. Out of absolutely nowhere, me and Racketail have really hit it off, actually.
Fantastic.
I look at him and I see a little brother, and I love him.
Oh,
He's my
thank you.
he's my English brother, and I if anyone
See,
if any of
and-
you try to make fun of his accent or voice or gay little profile
Oh.
picture, you'll be
I-
talking
I
to me
literally-
first.
I don't think I'm allowed to do that, but I will say that I have made some amazing friends. As weird as it fucking sounds, I have made some amazing friends through this shit.
That's pretty weird, dude.
How
No,
can
it is incredibly fucking. Because if you knew me in real life, you would think that I was some kind of fucking like straight laced fucking Chad motherfucker.
You think he's a dude, bro?
Oh, really?
Yeah, cause internet kibs and like IRL kibs, two different things.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Well,
I've got a piece of art to show that I just drew.
all right. Let me see here. Where is it? Is it in
I'll
commentary?
just put it. Yeah, I'll just put it in commentary.
Yeah, drop it there. I'll put it up.
How I
like this.
feel when people say that they're good.
When people tell me that I've got a gay little profile picture.
Yeah. Just pet the gay looking pony.
Just pet the gay little pony. All right, don't step on any toes here. And this is a hot topic. I'm debating even bringing this up, but let's talk about LGBT ponies. Oh,
no.
shot fired! Shot fired!
Okay. Let me give you my personal take as someone of the LGBTQIA community. Don't fucking care. Kick them.
Good.
We already had.
Okay, all right. Well, conversation over. There we go. We've done it.
We already had fucking gay like fluffies in the fucking canon way back when. It's nothing fucking new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes the gay fluffies were like treated as, I would almost say semi-respectably, and sometimes it was a fucking punchline. But that's life.
We tried to avoid stepping over the hate crime line, but sometimes lines get blurred and shit like that.
Yeah.
With the content of the website being what it is.
All fluffies are the same. They all get kicked. It's fine.
That's it. Like, how do you say it's a specific part of the community you're targeting when it's no, the whole community has to go?
I'm
This is
not
not a
gonna
hate
let
crime.
them
This
get
is
kicked. though.
genocide.
All right. I think that's gonna just about do it for not the cast. We're still. God no. I'm looking at my art piece here and I'm trying to be like, how else can I make the fluffy version of Conor McGregor's ultimate injury any more horrifying for him? The answer is I can't. There it is.
A bone physically sticking out of the leg.
The
Oh,
bone sticking out of
my.
the leg, and one other thing.
What?
You need
Show the-
either a referee or a ring girl off to the side just saying like the horror, the horror.
All right, I'll put. All right,
Pasta Chan.
all right, which one of you here is Pasta Chan? All right.
Oh God.
It's been
Are
a
we ripping
while.
out Pasta Chan?
It's been a while. It has been a hot minute for Pasta
Do you
Chan.
need some references?
I think yeah, I think my ex-wife had drew Pasta Chan a couple times.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That is a sentence. That is a fucking sentence that I never. My ex-wife drew Pasta Chan.
My ex-wife drew Pasta Chan.
You drew her once and you divorced her.
No.
My wife said it was either her or the fluffies. God, I'm gonna miss her.
I said, "There's the door."
Just leave me with my horses.
Yep, just leave me with my pretend horses of a sub fandom.
So here's a question. Here's a question.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you guys.
All right.
So
okay, nothing. Never mind.
Oh my.
Those of you with significant others, have you or would you bring up your time involved with fluffies to them?
No.
Well,
Like, I'm in a group chat and I just started spamming the most cursed shit I could possibly find on in the fandom, and they were very concerned. At first, I thought I was just joking, and I was, and then I ended up actually in the fandom, and now they're a little concerned for me. And one of them offered to buy me some therapy.
You should buy me some
Tell
therapy.
them you haven't decided on a therapist yet, but you will take the check. Just make it blank.
Yeah, blank check.
Yeah.
So
I'm in actual, I probably wouldn't.
I would not either, and I am involved in a lot of things that I have not and will not bring up to my girlfriend, because sometimes people just don't need to know.
Exactly. Like, nobody needs to know every little interest you have. Have some mysteries that you can one day look over when they find out and are like,
You're stuck with me.
Gerald, Why is there multicolored ponies on your PC getting decapitated? What the fuck's this? What have you been doing? Are you cheating on me? Are you
Yeah, something like that.
Jeffrey
Oh my
Dahmer?
God.
Are you becoming Jeffrey Dahmer?
Forward to the day like when I die and like my grandkids or my grandnieces and nephews, whatever, check my computer and they're like, so great Uncle Funk had 2 terabytes of goth girls on his computer and I don't know how to process that.
That
Right?
actually happened to a I think it was a Japanese like manga artist. Quite like I'm not sure what he made, but he made something quite like popular over there. That kind of just like in the 60s. His
You
children
talking
were
Astro
going
Boy, the
through.
Astro Boy guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Astro Boy, I think it was.
Astro
His
Boy, yeah.
children were going
Yep.
through his like folder because he'd passed away or something had happened, and they
Yep.
just found tons of early furry porn.
It was
Yeah.
just
Osama
it-
Tezuka.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
he just had
listen,
tons of it. Like he
there's
never released it. It was just his private stash.
It's just like a
there's
little
nothing
mouse.
wrong.
There's
There's
nothing.
nothing wrong with a little furry porn. That's all I'm saying.
There's
That's
nothing
true.
wrong with a little furry
If
porn.
the check is
2021.
fat, I will draw the fox cock.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
It doesn't
Sure,
even
I
have to
mean-
be.
has a price, man.
It doesn't have to be a fat chick. I've done it for like $20.
Yeah.
I mean, look, like furries deserve love too, but they gotta fucking pay.
20 bucks.
Right.
Yeah, God, Mental, what was his name again? The Astro Boy guy. You said it, I think.
Osamu Tezuka.
Osamu Tezuka. It's no surprise to me that he was a furry because that dude did that comic about the phoenix, and that was a sexy
Mhm.
bird. Like, don't look at me and be like, would I get 3rd-degree burns on my dick? Maybe.
Was Don Bluth a furry, you think?
Yeah.
Don Bluth is
Dude, he
absolutely
put
a furry.
dude, he
He
put
absolutely
tits.
is. Have you seen
Dude, he
how
put
the women in his films look?
dude, he's got big tits on everything in all of his fucking movies. I don't get it. I mean, I get it, but you know what I mean.
Okay,
All
so
I wanna
Don
say-
Bluth.
Don
I
Bluth's
think
alive?
Don Bluth has like fucking eclipsed. He is fucking transcended just being a furry or being anything. He's Don Bluth.
That's very profound. I like that.
Don Bluth out here making Secret of Nim and Miss Bisbee gonna make Funk act up. Heard Miss Bisbee. I didn't hear a Mrs., so that means there's a chance.
Jonathan is dead, I think. Yeah, Jonathan's dead.
Actually, if we're going to talk about animators, the one that is most interesting to me is Bakshi, Ralph Bakshi,
That guy was
the guy
fucked
who did
up.
the Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
Ralph
that guy was
Bakshi. He did
fucked up.
Wizards and Fitz the Cat and the Lord of the Rings
Yep.
movie. No, he didn't do Fitz the Cat. He
Yes.
did the Lord of the Rings movie from the 70s, like Wizards. He did. What else did he do?
Fire
He
and
did a lot of
Ice.
stuff.
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay,
Fire and Ice.
I wasn't familiar with the name, but I'm familiar with the art, and to me that just screams heavy metal. And when I think heavy
Yeah, it
metal, I'm just
is.
like,
It
okay,
is
there's
heavy metal.
titties.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, there is titties.
My
why I
daughter's
love the
awesome
guy.
boobage.
My daughter's awesome boob. Fuck off.
Basically, put it the stuff that you see in anime, you don't usually see in the West in US animation specifically. But Bakshi sort of like transgressed. He like tried to put that sort of stuff in his animated movies, but sadly his stuff never really caught on. You know.
It was popular in the 80s. It just stopped because they didn't want to fund them.
Yeah.
Because all the money was
Very
going to
sadly.
Hanna-Barbera because
Yeah.
Hanna-Barbera was cheap.
Exactly.
I'd work
That's
ever.
the sad state of film industries, honestly, is that if it don't make money, even if it's art, it gets thrown out. Like, look at 2D animation at Disney. As soon as making their own 3D animated films became like the hottest new shit,
Shrek.
Okay.
you know, the 2D department got thrown under
Well,
the bus.
So
they
to
even did
that, I'm sorry, Mental, real quick. To that, what I will say is, as they were transitioning from 2D to 3D, and they gave the Florida studio like fucking carte blanche, just make some shit. The greatest Disney movies of all time were made during that transition.
What, from
Yeah.
2D to 3D? I'm trying to
Yeah.
think. What was
A
that?
lot
Like
of the
Treasure
revival
Planet.
era.
That was
Rock
like
was
Treasure
good.
Planet, Atlantis, Home on the Range. I'm really not saying winners right
Riverdale.
now.
Emperor's New Groove.
All right, okay. You feel all
Yeah.
right? That's okay.
So as they were literally they were moving people from 2D to 3D, right?
Yeah.
They were moving people away from the traditional to the digital. And the fucking skeleton crew they had left, they were just like, fucking make some shit. We don't care. And that's how we got movies like the more fucking I wouldn't say adult, but the more
Risky?
relatable, the more risque, the more relatable Disney movies.
Like they're not always based just on like a little girl's fairy tale, so everyone's
Yes.
got to bring the little. Because like, who as a parent would think, if they just want to shut their 2-year-old, I mean 4-year-old up in 2000, think I know, I'll take him to see Brother Bear.
Brother Bear was great.
I know, I
Like
love Brother Bear. I don't think it deserves
Fucking
the flack it got.
hands down, my favorite Disney movie of all time, Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah,
Oh
okay.
right, they just did a. They just.
There's some good
I think Cass Vanderpool just did an animation. Give me one sec here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of the shift from 2D to 3D animation because of cost effectiveness, that even happens in the new Space Jam. Like real shit, there's a bit where they do have a 2D inspired animated segment, and it's all old school. Like you can tell this shit was drawn correctly. This was not done super quick and cheap. This was time put in. And then at some point, well, this is kind of making our budget go through the goddamn roof. Can we just switch to the 3D models? And the story facilitates that so they can switch to the 3D models and make it a hell of a lot cheaper to animate.
I think my biggest fear for the animation industry is what happens when all these old gurus do finally all kick the bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Is our medium lost forever? Like massively decreased in quality forever because we no longer have, people teaching, like from one animator to their junior animator. Oh yeah, this is my little quirks. Why don't you put the? Because I feel like with 3D animation, you lose the quirks that makes 2D so unique.
I don't.
Like
Absolutely.
you
Less about
lose
Absolutely.
them dying out and more that the
like
art
you lose James Baxter's,
started ending up.
smoothness of his shots. You lose it all.
Yeah.
Well, I think it
I
will be
wouldn't
down
talk about
to
this.
some people to try and archive as well as preserve the memory of these of the classics, in hopes that somehow it'll inspire a future generation who try to go back to these old ways, to try to bring back a renaissance of sorts.
So
I
so
mean,
so
it's also
speaking of
sorry.
speaking of future generations, I have one thing to say, and then I'll just leave it. Fuck CalArts.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up.
Agree.
I was going to
Arts.
bring something up with that because a lot of the reason why CalArts has gotten so degraded is because the art schools started favoring more modernism and like rejecting like traditional like art style. So that's why like the modern art got like so fucking weird to where like now people will say, "Oh, I just taped a banana to a wall," and "Oh, this is a toilet. It's an art piece." It basically became a be better at talking it for your thing than actually doing the craft. So more of those people got hired as opposed to the traditionalists, and because of that, we don't really have a lot of traditionalists teaching people stuff.
Well, it's the same as any other industry. Once you get to a certain point, it becomes less about apprenticeship and more about assembly line.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, look at the
Yeah.
tech industry. Microsoft's gone from Boeing has actually gone from as a more prevalent like one I can think of. Boeing's gone from no, we are basically a guild of engineers who are pushing the limit of aircraft to oh yeah, we got the McDonnell Douglas attitude of shareholders. What's the bottom line? And that's how we've ended up with two Max 8 crashes. And how have we gone from fluffies to this?
So I will say
I
about
just
Boeing.
Welcome to
as
the
a
podcast. That's what we
as
do.
a
here.
as a Boeing shareholder, fuck Boeing.
It does
Oh
feel
my god,
scummy
they're just not
when
good.
yeah, it does feel scummy when a company that has not just like a dozen lives, like a car company in their vehicle, like hundreds, potentially up to 500 people at once, can basically self-regulate themselves. That feels like actually it is a recipe for disaster. Because I
And
think this is how you turn around one day and go, "Hey, why is the cargo door blowing out?"
They're 787s. They had to basically do a recall because the fucking fuselage wasn't put together. Like the fuselage was breaking apart in
Oh
mid-flight.
my
Like,
god!
hey, by the way, guys, real quick,
Are you fucking
we
serious?
forgot to weld the fuselage together.
No.
and that's
Fuck.
why all
That's
of us
supposed
are
to be a
scared to death
mistake
of
of the
Fluffy Pony
50s.
merch.
That's
Yes.
supposed to be of the Comet era, not of oh we've learned from the oh my god.
Yeah, that's why we don't want Fluffy Pony making money, folks. Don't
Exactly.
don't
Fluffy
You
uh,
Pony
can't have it.
can't
you can
make
make your
We'll
money.
go
5 and
from
10
little
commission on it.
handcrafted new stuff to, oh no, this has all got to fit like LOL ponies.
Yeah, make your
Red
5 and
bubble
10 on
it,
it.
you'll be fine.
Yeah.
It,
I'm
it,
gonna I'm
it,
They don't
gonna
know how to
make
copyright this.
I'm gonna make Fluffy Pony underwear. It's gonna say "Home of the Smarty." It's gonna be great.
yes.
All
It
right.
pains me to say, but Airbus makes a better plane.
Mm.
They do.
I have
They
to
also
admit.
make they
See,
like
since sorry, we were on the subject of merchandise. It reminds me, Virgil, how is the merchandise coming along?
Oh my god.
I knew you were going to force me to talk about this.
We got
wait,
snow
wait, wait.
globes, ladies and gentlemen.
Is there a jar? Is there a jar with
There is
perhaps
no
a fluffy
jar.
inside?
There is no jar.
Are you sure? Like, 'cause if there's a jar,
No jar
Release the
ever.
jar.
Release the
Give
jars.
give us the jar. Thank you. You're a
Give us
good
the
egg.
jar.
Well, give us
You're a
the
good
jar.
egg wanting the jar.
We want the jar.
So in
I'll
point of
make
fact,
the jar.
Shush. Let the man talk. Let the
Anyway,
man talk.
Virgil, yeah. So
in point of fact, I have ordered pins. I ordered 40 of them, and whoever wants them and is willing to give me their address
No.
can have one for $15
For a pin?
for a
Pin.
pin. Yes.
Wait, $15 for a pin? Wait.
Yeah, it's free shipping worldwide, and
Mm,
that's the worldwide part is why it has to be $15.
I guess I'm
You know
thinking
what?
like,
Worldwide shipping, that's not bad.
that's not bad actually. I don't know.
What if we made Fluffy can koozies and just look like you shoved a can up the Fluffy's ass?
Yes.
Please.
Okay, I might give you my address for that one.
Might I reapproach the Funkshire plushie idea I had about 20 minutes ago?
I'll do voice lines for having stuff and be like, "You're my best friend. Now where's the liquor?"
Wait, all right. Now, saying that, I'm to close us out here. Let's see. Do we have anything else that our callers want to add? All right, that answers that question. Get out of here. Thank you for being on the show. Get the hell out of my call.
Banished to foreign lands.
Beautiful. All right, so I
That's
actually,
harsh.
so we're gonna close up shop here tonight because we're at 2.5 hours, and the boys team it's about time to close up. So I do want to shout out to one person right now, and that's gonna be Eat Ed Ted. Eat Ed Ted made, I think, the first ever FluffCast animated video.
that was really good.
Yes, it was.
Funkshire, did you see it?
I saw it. That's the first time one of my stories has ever been animated, and I was like, "That's amazing."
Yeah. So
I
My
did-
favorite part
didn't-
was
Very amazing.
Call
I
your mom
didn't
and tell her
see
you made it.
this. I didn't see this. Where is this?
All right, give me. I think I. Do you not just pay attention, Kibbles? What do you do?
Not at all. Not at all.
No,
I
it's like, what's
This
good?
entire fucking tab
I
is
drink.
muted. I don't fucking read anything.
Yeah, I get drunk and I fucking go to work and I yell at people and then I come home and I get drunk.
Gibbles has got he's got the same perception roles going on as Mark Hamill when they were shooting the original Star Wars, who did not notice that apparently showing up to Harrison Ford's house and Carrie Fisher being there already was an odd thing. And so Gibbles is just too busy being goddamn beautiful. That's all it is.
All right.
Yeah, no, poor Mark Hamill, bless his heart. He just went, "Wow, you must really take this job seriously. You're over here running lines at 6 in the morning."
Guys are super dedicated. I wish I was that dedicated. Can I stay at your house, Harrison? And Harrison Ford would just be like, "No, never."
All right. So
I'll go ahead and throw that link in the chat too for anyone here that needs it.
all right. So we're gonna. Are you guys gonna do after party or?
No.
But before we have the after party, can I at least share one thing? Because I think we've asked everybody about what they did in the past week, except me.
What did you do in the past week, Oculus?
The only thing I've done is do some more writing. I've been working on the 9th
Yeah, we'll
chapter
catch you
of-
guys later.
All right. See you soon.
See ya.
Oh, and he's out. All right,
Oh,
Oculus. I'm gonna
no.
have to. I'm gonna have to close up shop on that, bud. God.
Yeah. I was working on the 9th chapter of Avocado, so the next will be the 10th chapter, and that's about it.
Seems good. All right. Well, I think some of the boys here will be chilling out in the waiting room for a post show. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me tonight for the 3rd FluffCast episode. Next week is a month of FluffCast back in action.
Right.
Yeah.
Signing autographs for mine are just $5. That's just because I'm cool.
All right. Well, hey, guys, I'll see you around next week. Have a nice night.
Yeah, let me
Alright?
bye.
See you.